and they also need to be a line of sight to get them into the group. So tanks pick up the crit fiends, melee DPS can just straight nuke the shadowy necromancer. You don't really even need to worry about those getting tanked, to be honest. They don't hit very hard, and as long as we're interrupting, it's fine.
Could you make Stabby assist if he's not already? And I have a macro that targets one of those shadowy necromancers, and I'll be it's usually the front one, and I'll be kicking it. So
you are
kick
assist.
the other ones. Thank you.
Okay. Group 5 is more the same, just a slightly different composition of it. Group 6 is where things start to get a little bit on the hairy side. There's 6 ghouls and 6 abominations. A-bombs will do a AoE nature damage thing, so you don't want to stack them all up on once. They will also crush a tank and stun them. So we don't want Quintus taking them all. So Ren and Lilith, you'll take out 1 each, 2 if you can handle it, on threat, and drag them out of the group. And then we can focus down those turrets.
The reason for the VAPs. They do a stun, you're like next.
Yeah. Exactly.
Pax, I did spec into Improve Blizzard, so I will be constantly AoE slowing all those things. If you need to, just literally just run away from them.
Okay. Let's see. So I'm trying to do a couple things at the same time here. Wave 7 is more the same, just like ghouls, necromancers, A-bombs. Want to kill the necromancers first, interrupt them, and they can work on that. After that, Group 7 is when you put your PvP trinket on. Get ready for the boss. Group 8, where Wave 8 is more ghouls, crit fiends, A-bombs, and shadowy necromancers. So when there's, whenever there's A-bombs, Ren and Lilith, make sure you can grab a couple, 1 each at least, and pull it out of the group so we can focus on it. Those are going to be the top priority to get them off of Quintus. For all of you AoE damagers here, mages, warlocks, give Quintus some time, please. Y'all are going to be pumping some huge numbers on these packs. If you didn't do any farming this weekend, you'll find out pretty quick. Quintus is going to have a lot of mobs, and if you pull off of them, they will crunch you, and you will die, and there's not going to be a lot of time for people to get rezzed. If anybody does need to get rezzed in between waves, DPS needs to res them, not healers. So like Dindadin, Darkheart, Carlota, y'all are going to be the ones focusing on having to res in between waves. We don't have a enhanced shaman. That would be preferable, but it is what it is. After that, Rage is going to pop up. This is the reason why we have the PvP trinket. We're going to tank him kind of right in the center-ish, somewhere around this vicinity, where I'm standing now. Yeah, that flare, somewhere right in there. We're all going to spread out around the boss. I'll kind of leave it to y'all spread out. Just healers try to be spread out evenly. Beagles, if you want to assign specific spots, go for it. But everyone else just kind of spread out. There's a Frost Nova that's 20-yard radius, so try to be farther than that. The Ice Bolt is the main thing. It's going to hit you for like 5k and then do like 10k more damage over 4 seconds. That's what your PvP trinket is for. If you get hit by that, PvP trinket out of it right off the bat, or Living Action Potion out of it, or Blink out of it, or whatever you can do to get out of it. It will kill you. Death and Decay is the reason we're spreading out. It could be tough to see on the ground. Keep an eye out for it. Make sure you're watching it. It's like a reddish kind of hue. It may be difficult to see. So keep an eye out. Move out of it. It does like 15% of your damage every second, and it's like a 20-yard radius. We'll also do a Frost Armor, which we're just going to have to kind of deal with. So don't worry about dispelling it, because it's just going to get put back on. That's all there is for the fight. This one should be pretty easy. Any questions?
Is there a break between like when the next group of waves start after Rage?
I believe it's a full stop.
It's a full stop, and you have to talk to Jaina to start the next set of waves. So, I mean, literally, you could kill Rage and hang out for 2 hours and 50 minutes and do nothing.
So, Jaina will give you 100% spirit buff. We don't want her to die. If she dies, it's a wipe. If we wipe, it's also a wipe. If you didn't catch that. If we do wipe, we have to wait 4 minutes to start the thing again. regardless of where we are in the wave. So that could be a time sink.
And we start over at wave 1.
Of that set of waves.
Yes.
Correct.
Right. It's not like you start all the way back at the beginning for like the first boss or something.
Blizzard
Right.
doesn't hate us that much yet.
So here's where we're going to do this. We're going to line of sight everything from these waves right around this corner where Star's at. Quintus, when things are dropping, you can run up here, drop a consecrate, everything will run through it, and then run back around the corner. And this is where we're going to line of sight. Healers can stand up here on the green, and range can stand up there on the green. Make sure you're out of line of sight of everything. That'll make sure everything comes around the corner. Remember to give Quintus time to get threat on everything. Single target the skull if you need to for a few seconds before going hard on the AoE. Do not pull up.
Could we have someone
If-
call out for AoE? Like around 5 seconds, just have someone call out for like seeds and stuff.
Yeah, please tell us when to. Boom, boom.
Yeah, we can. If we're having trouble on this side, which I don't think we will, we can go over to the other side and we'll dismount for NPCs.
Question on that side, the side we're on now.
Yeah.
When the A-bombs come out, usually I've seen people put down hunter traps and kite them away, not go into that corner because of the nature aura they have.
Yeah, we can kind of.
The tanks
Kinda
are
do.
kiting the A-bombs because they'll get stunned by the A-bombs and completely destroyed by them. So
Yeah, so some hunter traps right here and then kite them away would be good. Once they're here.
yeah.
Hunter traps here. Monster get sort of more time in the funk. What do you think?
Yep, that works. So with the A-bombs, we'll have Rudius doing his mass slow anyways, so you can just run him around in the frost, in the blizzard, and they'll be 75% slower the entire time, so it should be pretty easy. Probably won't even need to do frost traps in the middle of the packs at all with that. So, any questions?
You said target skull. Is that the icon you're going to use for main target?
Ren
Okay.
is going to. You're good with marking your own skull, right?
Okay.
think that'll be
I'll put a
easier.
different skull on the closest necromancer. Different mark, I mean.
And Lilith will be marked as own X.
Not the add-on, the macro that auto-marks the macro. With a good skull or something.
I just have a macro that targets the closest one and puts any icon on it, so we can see that one, and I start kicking it, even if it's in a crowd.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, can we get shadow prod, please? Especially on the tanks.
It only lasts 20 minutes.
Just make sure everybody's got your buffs. This is your chance to get flasks, food, all that jazz. Sharpening stones.
Don't forget, there was 3 health stones now, so we should have at least 2, 3 preferably. And we've put out 20 at least.
Yeah, Steph, where's my candy?
I put one out already.
The biggest one.
Put
right?
2.
The lower one.
What? Sorry.
Stabby, what you need?
Was eating and flasking.
Yeah, I missed out on the big cookie. I forgot the small cookies.
Alright, one thing to note. Nobody talked to Jaina.
Ever.
Except for, I'll be the one to start it, I guess.
Don't even
So
look
go
at
if
it.
you want to head up.
She doesn't deserve your attention.
So
Nope.
hot.
Also, nobody talk about Bruno.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Okay, everyone said they're ready with the. I'm going to do one more. This is going to be for actually starting it. Put your game faces on. Let's get this done. We're starting about 10 minutes in, but
New content, so. Big
yeah,
health stone down there.
and some unexpected things happening the day of. So, okay, everyone says they're ready.
Like chicken nerf.
Looks like what is in spot. I'm going to start it.
Glad you redid engineering.
Yep, from 1 to 370.
What, they nerfed the chicken?
They nerfed the chicken. No more cock jokes.
I mean, we can still make it.
I mean, related to this particular chicken.
Everyone make sure to line of sight. We are going to come across casters eventually. You're not gonna get rep or loot from these guys. Just murder. Put a hold off on your AoE. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was my bad. I did too many. Used to just boop, 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 boop.
Except for guy.
No. Tags is down there. Alright, Darkheart, can you pop Tagsy up after this?
He was thinking about my suction cup.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of use popping cooldowns on most of these waves. We got plenty of time to kill waves. It's like 2 minutes on them, so.
You said go, so I went.
Fair enough. Yeah. Hey, Taxi Drink, get some quick buffs on him.
Went face down.
Power. No, I'm just kidding.
I did. I used arcane power and a distraction
Arcane's coming
potion.
Single target on skull for a little bit.
They can be stunned. All of this can be stunned.
Go with AoE.
Especially the A bombs. That takes reduces damage on the tanks if we stun them.
I'm only going to be calling out AoE for a few waves until y'all can kind of get a feel for it. We're all adults here. I expect everybody to be able to.
Sure we are. That's a big ass.
Speak for yourself. Know that appropriately.
Warlocks accepted.
So. Make sure to loot things as you see them.
Who said that? We coordinated today.
I was impressed by that, quite frankly.
I mean, everybody pass on the heart. Everybody pass on the heart.
Thank you, Dark Deer. But, I mean, you literally have a candy store in your pocket that you summon the stones with, so you are kids with a candy store.
Yeah, just don't ask what's in it.
Oh, so we haven't set on rare. So I guess whatever loot drops for you, green and below is yours. Is that how we're doing it, Radius?
Yeah. But we got ghouls in the raid. That looked like they got
Going
healing.
to some time.
Yeah, it looked like healing aggro.
Go stand in the consecrate. Single target on X, please, for now. So if you let's save your Ankh. Darkheart, get Sophie. Get it in, or you get out from that other
We can kite one away if we need time.
Stop AoE.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah, stop AoE, please. That Crit Fiend, Ren, taunt that skull, and just drag him away. Nobody attacks skull. Nobody attacks skull.
Isn't the consecrate?
Yeah. Got about 30 seconds. Get mana back. Those that can res real quick. Yeah,
can we move to the other side? We're also the healers are in melee range of the mobs and they're getting more aggro.
Yeah, we can. Alright, Quintus, grab them. We're gonna move to the other side. Everybody swing around to the left. Get those reses up real quick.
Range is on star.
Or condom.
If you're not resin or you're not just res, come on over. If you just got res, stay over there and get your health and mana back real quick first. Same thing, but around this corner.
Square is closest to caster.
Okay. I got the unmarked necromancer. Make sure to interrupt as often as you can.
You can also stun him.
We got a Crypt Fiend on the healer and ranged. Okay.
Alright, once the necromancers are dead, move on to the Crypt Fiends. Check, set in line of sight. Make sure you're checking for loot in between. If we wipe, it disappears, so grab it while you can. Get back on line of sight.
Thank you.
Open mic Lily, FYI.
Ren DC'd apparently, so bigger heals on Quintus, please. Make sure you get some all. Make sure you're everybody's line of sighting.
Healers aren't all the way line of sight.
It's done.
I'll need to come over here behind the wall. Back here.
You can pick a necro and stun it if you
Quinn,
can.
you're good. Quinn, you're good. The range.
Yeah, Lil, open mic, bud.
Okay, everybody make sure your line of sight around the corner, please. Alright, we got A-bombs coming in. Lil, make sure to pick up what you can. Run as soon as you're back in. Grab an A-bomb or two. Make sure to cut them around. Use your FAPs.
Drink, eating.
He's hurt.
Get a quick salve on Pepper, please. If possible. Or just get time. Single target focus skull and X. Move them around. Drag those two out a little bit. Make sure you're not line of sighting your healers or outranging.
Stun, stun, stun.
Melee, if you're getting a little bit low from the aura, just run out. And do not kite them to healers. Single target should be on X. And this is wave 6, by the way. Some and so Dark Heart, get Sun low. And okay.
I'm surprised we're getting healing aggro from this. What's going on with the tanks?
Quintus, do you have Registry? Yeah.
Make sure you guys are getting salve when you get rest. I'd say that could be an issue.
Got more A-bombs coming in, and
Remember,
Necros.
After this one, we switch to trinkets.
Correct. Should get those Necros down. Interrupt, stun, line of sight them.
Paladin, fear.
Mine goes down.
Kite, we need.
Quintus is down.
Alright, kite the A-bombs, get them slowed. Run them around. Get these Necros down there. Not gonna healers now. We can still salvage this. Get these A-bombs down real quick.
Pepper, y'all pick somebody.
This last A-bomb down. I'm gonna put your PvP trinket on after this. Alright, PvP trinkets on real quick. Get those reses out as quick as you can. Okay. Get buffs up on Quintus as quick as possible. Get him healed up. Quintus, make sure you pop Righteous Fury too.
Maybe range should stay away from healers. I'm moving somewhere else. Alright, they're up.
Salves on our healers that rest too. Pepper and Light and go.
Lion
He
sight.
heals on Quintus. Alright, we got some necromancers coming around the corner here. Get stuns. Heals if you can. Interrupts. After the necromancer, just get the A-bombs. Boss is coming out next wave.
Spread out
After
around
this,
the middle.
Yep, get to the middle, spread out, and then drink. Ren, get ready to pick him up.
Can be distracted too if you need some extra.
Yep, good to know.
Roger.
Pass on the heart. Check your loot real quick. You can also mount in here. So.
Yep,
Distract.
I'll get you.
You got some time to drink. Just sit. Get your mana biscuits going.
He's like, what was that? It was a pebble.
What was that?
I heard a pebble.
It's the worst boss ever. Distract, huh?
Remember, if you get targeted in that ice block or the ice bolt, make sure you PvP check it out. Give Ren some time to get some ret or a threat. Dark.
We pulling her towards Gina or no?
Andrew. No.
Don't pull him towards Jane. Also,
Oh,
you'll
okay.
see him target the person and then cast Ice Bolt if you've got him targeted.
Pepper. Use a Frost Nova. Do not trinket out of that. Unless it's going to kill you with Death and Decay. There's a Death and Decay. Look for it. That's a little bit easier to see than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Alright, feel pretty settled on threat. You can pop Hero, Sophie. Loraz. Soft, it looks like. Good, the gaze up, melee, move. Tank, move.
It's not here.
Okay. Melee, find a spot where you can
Stabby's on a good
die.
spot. Squeak.
Does the D&D go away once he's done channeling?
Like that's all. This is hilariously easy.
Death and Decay again.
Yeah, I get a huge notification.
Ball back.
No, that was a Frost Nova. Easy.
Good job, everybody.
Ew, those gross fucking
Loot
plate.
quest item.
Yeah, garbage in my opinion.
Loot the
but
boss.
maybe that
Mail
mail is
healing
good.
bracers and plate DPS bracers. These suck. Yeah, everybody make sure to loot the boss, get your time-based phylactery. That's why we're all here.
I don't have anything to pick up.
And do not talk to what's her name.
Are you serious, BB?
No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to chain lightning you.
I'm just kidding, man.
Alright, let's get those two loot taken care of real quick, and then we can make the swap. So we can make the swaps.
All right, so we are going to start with the Howling Wind. That was weird. We're going to start with the Howling Wind bracers. These are for Shaman healers, 10%, starting now.
Good luck, Shaman healers. So
While this is going on, everybody take a little walk over to the boss's little orb here. Make sure that you can't click.
Yeah, not
Make sure
lady.
to get the thing.
Proudmore, stay away from Janet. Fuck her.
And then look in your bags. Make sure you got the time phase phylactery.
Do I destroy this, or what do I do with it?
Yeah, toss it out.
Alright, deleted, check.
Alright,
actually would have put it.
congratulations, Sophie.
Congrats,
And
Sophie.
Next up, we
Congrats,
have
Sophie.
Furious Shackles. This is for Warrior and Paladin DPS.
So real quick, when you do the quest, you'll go turn it in at the dude in SMV. You'll go back to the doll, and then you'll go to whatever his name is that's outside BT. Take the quest, talk to him, and do the I'm ready thing. And then just go sit at the opening to Black Temple. Don't get yourself killed.
Alright, second round. No prio, no min.
The NPCs will kill all the trash, and you'll just finish it. I did it in bird form on my druid.
Is that in Black Temple, or is it just outside?
No,
of
it's right outside.
In front of it.
Okay, in front of it. Okay, cool. Good to know. You have to go to frickin' chat first before you come all the way back up.
I don't think the PvP trinket breaks the sleep.
Congratulations to Lightingale.
So we don't need it for the next boss. Congrats, Light.
No, someone tried it and they said it didn't break it.
Okay, that answers that then. Alright, back to normal trinkets.
PM Beagle's a jerk, Ada bench. PM Beagles, or say something. Squeak volunteer, thank you, Squeak.
I can bench as well, Darker.
Darker, thank you, Darker.
Using all our brothers.
Did
I
both
can
y'all
res.
loot the boss?
Yep.
Excellent.
Those Squeak and Dark Art are going on bench.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have Shiley and Tesla coming off.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess, Squeak, if you want to pop your own portal off in the, out of the way somewhere.
It's already off and we're already gone.
Okay. No, nobody else take that.
Don't click it.
We go and get those two removed so that we can't accidentally take the portal.
Just so I'm clear, when I'm making groups and stuff, Riddy, is your Frost? All the other mages are still arcane except I think Neth, right?
I'm pretty sure Neth is still arcane as well. But yeah, everyone else is arcane.
Okay, so you're the only Frost to him? Okay. And you don't really have mana issues as Frost, right?
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure I understand.
No problem. Yeah, just put me wherever my utility is in my slows. So,
yeah.
Whatever empty spot, just throw me there.
Okay. Alright, moving on to the next boss is going to be for Netheron. We'll go over the
Hey,
trash. Yeah.
I lost internet for a second. I'm coming back in.
Okay. Shiley's done this before. I'm going to let him talk a little bit about things. It's going to be basically more of the same. The only thing that we're going to add to it are banshees, which are going to be not good for casters. So, Shiley, if you want to go ahead.
So I'll probably kind of do the trash waves as we do the trash waves, like in between. Like you said, the banshees are added. They're basically shadowy necromancers with an anti-magic shell. So typically you'll kill them first, and then it's a lot of the same. For the boss, Netheron, so we'll pretty much want to tank him about here. Melee will be behind him. You're going to want to split your ranged. Usually some here, some on this hill where these NPCs are, and some on this hill where I'm headed to now. So that's where your range will be.
3 points.
Your healers need to be split around. His carrion swarm cone is actually pretty big, and if it basically what it does is it does some damage, and then it decreases your healing done, not healing received. It's healing done by what, like 75%. It's pretty significant.
Yeah.
The off tank, which I recommend as a paladin, is going to want to take the infernals that he summons back here so that these guards and Jaina kind of beat on them. We may want to DPS the first couple down, depending on how much damage the tank is taking, but we'll probably ignore the last few and just burn him. The special abilities that he has, so I already talked about Carrion Swarm. He has a vampiric aura, so we need to keep either Mortal Strike, Aim Shot, or whatever other abilities decrease his healing up. We want to, he does a sleep. He'll basically target 2 to 3 people and put them to sleep. The PvP trinket does not break it. Tremor may or may not break it. I don't think it does, but I'll definitely try it because I don't drop an Earth Totem anyway, typically. If you have a Sulfuron Slammer, which you can buy from Blackrock Depths in the bar area, you can take that. It'll do some minimal damage over you. And while it's going on, and it will wake you from the sleep. So really, it gets bad if he if he carrion swarms a bunch of healers at once, or if he sleeps like if we get really bad RNG, he sleeps like the tank healers. He does hit harder than Winter Chill. I mentioned the Summon Infernal, so basically he will turn and he will cast Summon Infernal. It's got about a 1 second cast time, so you'll see who's getting cast on, and that he's casting it. When he casts Summon Infernal, the hunters are going to want to misdirect the Infernals to the off tank. So if he casts Summon Infernal and I'm here and I see it and I start running and I get to hear when the spell goes off, the Infernal is going to land where I was when he started casting the spell. So the Infernal does like a kind of like an AoE damage and I think a stun when it lands. So if it's a melee DPS or it's a ranged group, you need to move out of that area. And then Hunter MD to the off tank. It's really good if it's a paladin because they can Avenger Shield and use Exorcism. The Infernals could not be banished or taunted. Any questions on the boss?
Do you want me to use Wound Poison, which stacks and reduces healing done on boss by 50%?
Yes, but Mortal Strike is 50%, and I don't think they all stack. I think only one matters. Okay. So I think Wound Poison would probably gimp your DPS. If Soft can keep Mortal Strike up the whole time, well, I know, gimp it even more.
Soft will keep
unless I'm dead, it'll be up.
Okay.
All right, then I'll just go with regular poison.
So basically, like I said, just kind of main tank him here. We need to spread the healers out. Make sure we give the MT time to get him in position. He will kind of, like, as soon as he comes in and gets in combat, he'll probably Carrion Swarm. So it's really important that we're not all grouped up and we don't eat the Carrion Swarm. The Carrion Swarm does like 3k damage. So it's got to be healed through, and obviously if the healers are hitting it or getting hit by it, that's 75% less healing they're doing.
All right, shall I go stand where you want one of the ranged groups at?
Well, let's do a ranged group where Furiosa is.
Okay, group 3 ranged, go over there.
And then let's put a ranged group over here by the ballista.
Except for the healers. The healer
Group
will
4, yeah. I'm talking about DPS for this. Group 4 ranged DPS, go stand over by that ballista. Group 5 ranged DPS.
I'm going to be a cupcake and I want my own slice.
And then you have a ranged DPS group here. Now, when the Infernals come out, grab them, kind of bring them back, get Jaina involved, and then bring them here. The group by the ballista and the group up on this hill are going to be the primary ones nuking the Infernals. So the group where Furiosa is on the first hill will kind of flex as needed on the Infernals.
Okay. Furiosa, you should be by the ballista.
Yeah, group 4.
So group 3, Rydia, Shizno, Ballbag, and Vor. should be on the top of this hill near where triangle's at.
And then for healers, obviously, I would put a main tank healer where I'm standing now. I would have a main tank healer up here. Probably your druid, because the druid's going to be rolling hots, and it's probably the least likely to get hit by Carrion Swarm if it's in front of the tank. Put another kind of main tankish healer here, and then spread, you know, your other healers. I mean, you can have druid roll hots on the OT as well. I mean, so you may want to put them up where the blue square is.
All right, one slight change. Android, if you would go stand on the opposite hill by the blacksmith building, and Shizno, if you will go stand with group 5 over by the ranger, or gun people.
Okay, so as far as ignoring the infernals, it's A-way, but they do a pretty significant amount of damage. And on one of the kills, on one of the polls that I watched, the OT actually ended up getting squashed by the infernals. Because remember, the infernals are going to come out. It's got to get misdirected. The OT's got to tank it, and then he's got to go pick up another infernal like 40 seconds later.
Yeah, let's just kill the first two infernals, and then focus the boss. And might need to make an audible.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously, if he's taking very little damage and it's not stressing the healers, then you know we make the audible as necessary.
How's the healer positioning looking right here?
Sunlow, Pepper, Whitingale. Where's Beagles? Where you at, Beagles? My concern would be who's healing the OT, because right now it's like Sunlow's probably the only one in position to heal.
Sunlow and Tesla are both in position to heal where the off tank's gonna be.
Tesla, can you heal me from where you're at?
No.
He's out of range.
Then he'll
I think he's
adjust.
far out of range.
I think maybe Moon and Triangle are going to have to be off-tank healers.
I feel like the healers are kind of grouped up too much on this side, and you have a lot of space you can fill by this list side of the room.
Yeah, you can put like a healer back here.
Just all kind of spread into the circle.
Kind of split it into like 6 little pie pieces.
Paladins, make sure the pally power is adjusted with Darkheart stepping out. With the Banshees, they're going to put a decurse that reduces chance to hit by like 75% or 65%. Make sure that is decursed. It lasts like minutes, so that needs to happen. Mages, I'm looking at y'all. That is a priority. Same thing that we did for the last waves, though. Line of sight around the corner there. Range, make sure you stay out of the melee. Interrupt any of the casts that you can. Pretty much the same thing.
Check your food. Short buffs, they're expiring now.
Alright, everybody go group up on the hill where we were. Quintus, make sure you're ready to put your FR gear on right after wave 8. Okay, everybody says they're ready. Get in position.
Hey guys, good. Range should be in front of the blacksmith, not on the hill.
I usually get. I'm trying to figure out her shields here. Usually Ren, Sophie gets Ren.
Yeah, the only reason I was over there is last time when I pulled aggro, they come over here and start killing the healers, so.
Well, don't pull aggro.
I mean, everybody pulls aggro on this one.
I have a shadowy necromancer targeted. This is weird.
Alright, we're gonna go and start it. Just make sure to take it easy on the waves.
Oh, there he is. You can see him.
I mean, in fairness, our tank died, that's why I pulled aggro, but still.
Yep, but there's
square way over here.
There's casters in the group, so if we're not over here and around the corner, they'll sit back out of the consecrate and just cast at people.
Yes, all ranged DPS should be stacked over with the rest of the group. And melee, make sure you're hanging around. around the corner as well.
I have to follow Quintus for him to give him the buff.
Quintus, follow me real quick.
I got A-bombs coming in.
Try to drop your first consecrate right here. Just don't let him catch up to you.
Then run like hell.
Yeah, run
Pursuit
back
of
and
justice for the win.
It should be off cooldown and you can drop it again as soon as you get around the corner.
They be ambling.
Make sure you get Gwen plenty of time. Get those A-bombs around. Try to keep Demo shouts up. Anything to make them do less damage. Skull down. X.
Looks like a couple fools loose on the healer.
Alright, melee peel off and keep the healers saved. Drink up.
Oh, crap, I don't have any drink.
Trade readies real quick.
Here you go.
Got Necros coming in. Lilith and Ren pick up a
Good, thanks, baby.
Necro.
You want another stack real quick, Shiley?
Nah, I'll get it after the next boss.
Okay.
Yeah, trade a Warlock, we got plenty. So I'm using more in here than I know than other places.
Get those Necros down. Set. Alright, Banshee's coming in. Make sure we get those decurses going. Focus the. I think it's to focus the Banshees first.
Focus the Banshees first because once they put up anti-magic shell, the casters are ineffective against them. So Banshee uses Shadow Necromancers to crit fiends.
You're gonna get Shadow Prod.
And we're gonna want Shadow Protection the whole dungeon, basically.
So get a couple out of the area here and try to get them hooked up if you can. Got one Banshee with anti-magic. Let's get that circle down quick. Melee especially. Nice.
That's
Read on the bringer.
It's Coffin.
Hey, the cloak again.
That cloak is shadow only.
Yeah, shadow only. Abyss
Banshees,
or Warlock.
Necros, Ghouls.
Don't probably a lot of.
We'll do the loot bids after the boss.
Wait, we on 5.
Yeah, don't get distracted by the loot, please.
But it's already.
Just pass on it and move on. Like, the waves will not wait for you. Decurse on hacks, please. Star's got anti-magic. Melee tried to focus it. Decurse axe. Thank you. Can't interrupt, but can't hit things. Yeah, appreciate it. It's gonna be a lot of it. Alright, ghouls, A-bombs, and necros. Tanks get the Ren and Lola grab the A-bombs. Focus necros first.
So if you have interrupts, try to use them. The tanks are going to be good for mitigating physical damage, but their shadow bolts are going to be good.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Just pass on it and move it on later, please. Wave 7 is ghouls, fiends, abominations, and banshees. Tanks pick up the abominations. Stay on them decurses and kill those banshees. Jump the decurses. Should you try to pick out the banshees if you can?
They're dead.
Okay. A-bombs now. Yes, we are. There's going to be a lot of loot at the end of it. Alright, ghouls, crit fiends, A-bombs, necros, and banshees. Banshees, then necros, then A-bombs.
This is wave 8.
This is wave 8, so Quintus, be ready to put on your gear right after this. And get ready to move.
Circle is Banshee, square is Necro.
Us. Yeah, this is down.
Try to
Kite if you can. Get these range down real quick. Keep slows up. Can we distract the next boss too?
I'll try.
Okay. Let the NPCs help out as we can.
We'll
Goes
get the
A-bombs
res on
down.
Quintus.
Holy shit.
Right. This is like more
Okay,
loot
focus,
from
y'all.
trash.
We got shit to do. Alright, everybody move, get in position.
I guess
See if you
someone
can
else is resing
distract. Get him up real quick. Quintus, move first, like run, so you have a chance to get your gear equipped. Hopefully we can distract here.
Oh, he's running.
Doesn't look like it.
MD, please.
Oh, he mad.
Nope. It said resist, so I don't know.
We must prevail.
We're down
Alright,
to Drew.
Lilith, B-Res, Pepper.
Let him get him in spot position.
The swarm is eager to feed.
Start some DPS.
Shiz, you got the first MD on the Inferno.
Priest and Shaman, can you prioritize rate healing, please? Per usual.
Lilith, B-Res, Pepper, please.
Aren't groups supposed to be stacked, or are we supposed to be spread out?
Inferno on tulips.
Spread.
Stack
be
in your groups.
Yeah, I was gonna say my group's not
We
very
need an MD
stacked.
on Quintus on this Infernal back here.
BB down.
I don't think we have them positioned, right? Because two groups are getting hit at the same time with the Carrion Swarm.
I think my
pretty
group's
much gonna
farther
get-
right.
Yeah.
We stack on Shyly for the
Pop heroes.
for my group. Boar and Furiosa if you can. I know Furiosa you're sleeping.
Healers on Quintus, y'all doing okay over there?
I'm in jeopardy.
coming out.
Help me if you can.
Need an MD on that Inferno.
Got him.
Should we kill any of the Infernals?
Yeah, kill the one that's at 72%. Quintus is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, range that are over there, focus on that. Melee's down, boss.
Okay, dead.
When the next Infernal comes out, we're probably going to want to kill one.
Yeah, throw dots on it if you can.
FYI, Tremor Totem does not break the sleep.
Good to know.
Broken through.
We have a misdirect available yet? How are we looking at CDs?
I got 15 seconds.
Okay. Just be ready to pop it.
Target you.
20% on
Inferno
boss.
coming in.
Coming out.
Can you get it, or Quintus need it?
I'm just gonna
Infernal up
pull
on
it
the
towards
far.
him at least. I'm pulling it towards him.
If the Infernal's on you, pull him towards Quintus until we got MD up. Just DPS, focus boss, burn boss.
Down.
Yugs is sleep dead.
If the Infernal's on you, try and kite him out somewhere if you can. Just burn.
I'm in jeopardy.
Infernal will
Help me if
despawn.
you can.
Alright. Yeah, a little sloppy, but
Please don't talk to Gina.
yes, just chill. We got lots of loot to take care of. Ooh, all the loot that dropped. Oh my gosh.
Wait,
Shadow
that takes an
cloak?
hour. Hey, that's important, okay? That cloak is amazing.
We got like a mace. Did we get a
We
mace?
got
Oh.
5 pieces of purple gear in that trash phase, the trash waves. That was incredible.
Yeah.
That's about as much trash drops as I saw in an entire clear.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Alright, well, let's get rolling with the trash drops.
Okay, so
On the loots, get buffed up.
Yep, we're gonna start with the Claw of Molten Fury. This is for Rogue, Shaman, and Warrior DPS, 10%.
Do these guys respawn after, or they just when they die, they die?
Okay, so when we talk to Jaina, the camp's gonna get overrun with undead.
Alright, second round. No prio, no mid.
Oh. Then we go to the what? The horde side?
Yes.
Cool.
Seth, where you at? Can I get biscuits?
Oh yeah, of course.
2 stacks will be
Alright.
one.
I'm gonna talk a little bit while we're in between. Just talk over the grid. I'll wait until this is done.
Okay. We have a winner! Snuck in with the last minute bid. Congrats, Stabby.
Hey, congrats, Demi.
Gotta have a claw.
That thing is vicious.
Next up is the Nethervoid Cloak. This is for Warlocks and Shadow Priests. 10%.
Good luck, everybody.
Alright. Shiley, when you talk to Jaina here, does it immediately start the next area of waves, or you have to talk to Thrall to start the waves?
You got to talk to Thrall. So when you talk to Jaina here, basically she'll gives a little quick speech, and then undead will start running in from where we were, and we move to the horde side. And then we talk to Thrall to get the horde side started.
Congratulations
Alright, next.
to Carlotta.
Congrats, man. So good.
Next up, we have Hammer of Judgment. This is for caster, DPS, druids, priests, and shamans, as well as tank pallies. 10%.
So, next waves are going to introduce gargoyles, which are ranged. They're going to have to line of sight them to pull them down so we can kill them. There's also going to be frost worms introduced, and those are going to be tanked by Hunter. Boar will do that. When we have a frost worm up and Boar's tanking it, don't stand near Boar. They do an AoE. As long as it's just hitting one, not bad. But if it's hitting the entire raid, then we're going to die. So.
The frost worms, if it's on just one person, it's really easy to kill.
Congrats to
Can we
Ella
just put
Shiley.
Congrats. Can we just put a thing on his head?
We will. We'll
Next
talk
up-
about positioning when we get over there.
We have the Chest Guard of Relentless Storms. This is for caster DPS.
You probably go off spec. I already have that.
Oh. I mean, it just said caster DPS. I didn't even look at what
It's
kind it was.
male, though. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, we'll go straight to off spec. So no prio, no minimum bid.
So just quick, not obviously now, but just in the future, do we want to, talk to Jaina and then do the loot on the fly since it's a long run to the whatchamacallit side, or is there something I'm missing?
We can, but I think that's probably going to make it painful for Radius.
Cool.
Yeah,
you
especially
could
since our
auto-follow
first
if
time.
No, I don't mean this time. I mean like in the future.
Gotcha.
Is that something that can be done, or is it something? I'm sorry.
Congrats,
It
Sophie.
can be done.
Alright, Joker of Serrated Blades. This is for physical DPS, 10% minimum.
Congrats, Sophie. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean like right now. I'm just talking about future. Wait, what is this? Oh, I thought it was a weapon.
Alright, after this, I would like to go and move over to the next area, though. So I guess everybody go down to it.
Before we do the last two.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way we can talk about positioning a little bit too.
Congrats
Doesn't
to
somebody have to stay here and
Rax.
talk to Jaina?
Yeah, probably hacks. So there are
Yeah,
going
I'll
to
do
be mines along the way. Shizno and I are going to. The gems will be put into the guild bank.
Ooh, are those the ones that go with the epic gems? Is that where they come from?
Yeah. So there'll be some epic gems and some blue gems.
That is awesome.
They won't spawn until after we talk to Jaina, though.
Okay. Everybody make sure you're mounted up, ready to move. Sophie.
Yeah,
you should get overrun by undead here.
At least around that first bend.
Alright.
Then it won't target you.
Here we go.
have one valuable time. Now we must pull back.
I'll go get the one over here.
Cool.
You get the next one, Shiz. We'll just keep going.
Oh yeah, that's super cool. Ancient gem mine. Or maybe rather not.
Nothing.
It's a plant.
Could be.
Yeah,
there's another one up here.
This is a long run. I think next time, if someone's willing to let me auto follow and is careful to not kill me on the way, happy to do loot while we run.
I will do that if you want me to.
What if we're careful, but we still kill you?
Then you lose
yourself
2,000
out.
DKP, and I will put you in the negative.
Shit. Yeah, I did this when we were in here just for fun, just to see how long it was, and I was like, Jesus Christ. The buildings are on fire!
Gargoyles are in town.
Oh, did they actually make it this far up if we don't hurry up?
Just remember, if I die, I'm the one distributing loot. So then you gotta res me, we gotta wait for people to come back.
So much work.
Giant pain in the ass.
Okay, grab that one.
Radius, are you ahead of people or what?
I was the first one into the horde camp.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I'm not dying, fools.
Another problem I could see going on the fly here is you got a lot of people trying to navigate and people trying to
Cliffs
mine
of
and stuff.
insanity.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't trust this horde camp.
Do you want me to start doing the last 2 pieces, Axe, or hold off?
Yeah, you can go and start.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and do Bastion of Light. Bastion of Light is for... Why am I not seeing it on here? Hold on.
Probably.
Oh, it's because I was looking.
Shamans of Paladins?
I was looking at the wrong section. My bad. Yeah, it's chamois healers. 10% helps if I look at the section with the right boss. I was looking at the winter chill. Still.
That's a lot of work.
Okay. So I'm guessing the ads are going to come from where we just came from.
Alright, so I can do a quick rundown on this one.
Yeah, just try to keep it concise.
Yeah, I'll try my best. Alright, so the boxes don't LOS, but the pillars do. Most of the ads will come from here. So we'll basically...
Where are you?
I'm the circle.
Oh.
By the front.
Congrats, Tesla.
So we'll bring them in, kill stuff here. Ranged will be back here to LOS. On the all gargoyle ways...
And Netherlands Noose is Mage Priest Warlock.
Druid, best in slot. Don't forget me.
You got your weather item. Mage.
Oh,
Alright, so on the gargoyles, we will LOS them here. On the packs, where there's multiple gargoyle, more than 2, you will have gargoyles that spawn back here, where the purple smoke is. Someone's ahead of the game. These hordes will pick them up. You want to pull threat, and you want to drag them to where the purple smoke is now. And then when they come to the ground, then everybody can join in the murder fest. Infernals. So we will get Infernals later on. I don't think it's on this one. They will spawn all over. Kind of let the horde tank them for a bit, and then pick them up. Tanks don't pull more Infernals than you can hold, because they do require a bit of healing, and healing threat will get healers killed.
So I have a question. We're gonna have the frost rooms, right? Who's gonna
Yes.
be our tank? The caster tank.
Boar is going to be the tank. It's usually good if a hunter just clears salve and takes it, because he's not going to get pushback. Well, not going to get much pushback. I think Steady Shot gets some pushback. The frostworms do not hit hard, so everybody will kind of move away from Boar. Boar will keep the threat, and then the range will DPS. If they come down kind of low, you can hit them with melee DPS, but typically range will kill the frostworms.
Can we get a symbol on board so we know to stay away from him?
Yeah, I'll probably stand over by this bonfire-ish area.
Cool. Or he's got a triangle on his head. Check.
Alright, looking through, so... That's pretty much it for trash. So, we covered the gargoyles, we covered the frostworms, so group 6 is 8 gargoyles and 1 frostworm will LOS into the hut where the green smoke is, and then the frostworm will fly up for a bit before it starts attacking people, so just focus the gargoyles, and then once it starts to engage, pick up the frostworm.
Can we put a symbol on Shiley as well? Because that's who I'm going to be following. So.
Do we want to talk... Are we good on trash and ready to talk Kazragal? who's the next boss?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So Kazragal, basically, you're gonna pick him up, make sure healers are with him, and you're gonna bring him back towards Thrall, and Thrall's gonna get on his butt and help do some damage. So Kazragal, really the big things he does, he has a cleave. So you don't want to eat the cleave, but the tanks do split the cleave. So you want tanks in front to eat it. It does quite a bit of damage unless it's split. Typically, you don't want Thrall to get hit by the cleave. He does a War Stomp, so the ranged want to be at range. The stomp does a bit of damage, and it also stuns. He does Cripple. The Cripple could not be dispelled. It will reduce your movement and attack speed by 25% or 75%, and it also reduces your strength. The main thing this boss is notorious for is Mark of Kazragal. So it's a mana burn that lasts 5 seconds. We're gonna want to have groups kind of spread out, but in this fight we're gonna want to spread out in our groups. We kind of want to basically have your ranged DPS and healers in like a horseshoe around him. You need to have 3,000 mana at all times, but the mana burn will deplete your mana, so we need to have wisdom up on the boss the entire time. It's probably the most important thing. If he puts the mark on you and you hit 0 mana before the mark expires, you will explode. It will possibly kill you. It may not, but it's going to drain all your mana. And that's really it. This boss isn't all that hard. It's just mana conservation, pot early, and as often as you can, wisdom on the boss. Especially the ones that really got to watch it are probably your Ret Pallies and Enhanced Shamans that have smaller mana pools.
Warlocks be warlocks.
Yeah, Prop Pallies as well. Pretty much any non-healing paladin. Yes, and it does damage the people around you. So if you get it, you basically, and you're going to explode, you want to run away from people. So that's why you do the horseshoe, and the person who gets it basically just runs out of the horseshoe. If you're going to explode.
So should we have like a minimum mana? So if you have like DK rate, you run out, just so you don't.
Yeah, 3,000 mana. If you're below 3,000 mana, you want to get out. Really, the worst part is for melee DPS. You get it, but I mean, depending on if you face him this way, the melee DPS can kind of run back here. So keep this area clear of casters, and keep kind of this area clear of casters up here.
So everyone needs. You need to be aware of your own mana. Everybody.
Yes.
Keep an eye on your own mana bar.
Yes. So there's a weak aura that helps with this. I'm guaranteed to run out of mana. I will probably die this fight, or I'll pretty much do nothing. The other thing, so we definitely want shadow protection for this boss. You can resist the mark of Kazragal getting put on you, and you can resist the explosion at the end, which is shadow damage.
All right, go and rebuff. Get your food up. Sharpening stones, long buffs, all that jazz. Again.
Are we gonna assign which groups go where? Or in the horseshoe, or are we just gonna spread out how it always is? Totally fine, dude. Just curious.
We're probably just spread out on our own.
Well, we'll want to keep, so group 4 will want to be together for totems as much as we can.
You agree.
So, and then what? Group.
I'll say with group 5.
So let's have group 4 like back here, and group 5 like over here.
And then group 3 can take a little bit closer to the main area, I guess, over here somewhere.
Yeah, and group 3 on the other side.
Cool.
The triangle is where Boar's at right now.
Where Shiley is with the star.
Yeah, go
4 and 5 are over here.
Conveniently have a healer in every group right now, so.
Thank God.
Okay. Go and get set up in our spot up here.
Yeah, it goes 3, 4, 5. Oh no.
Where did you want the
Sorry, what?
group 4?
Group 4 is
triangle.
Group 4 is in the middle, behind him.
Did say group 3 over here, right?
Group 4 is where Boar is on the triangle.
Yeah, well, where he was.
Not too far.
Group 3 by the big fire.
Yeah, there you go.
And group 5 across from the big fire.
Alright, so wave 1's going to be ghouls, couple necromancers, 4 A-bombs, and 2 banshees. So, same thing as before. Wave 2 is the first one with the gargoyles. Do the gargoyles always spawn at the back?
No. So wave 2 gargoyles will spawn at the back. Wave 4, actually, I think they probably will. If there's more than 2, I'm pretty sure you'll have some at the back.
Okay. We're also going to have ghouls for that phase as well.
So we kind of want like a quick reaction force to go pick them up. About 5 or 6 players, including the healer, maybe 2.
Yeah, let's get that set up. We could have, I think, group 4 looks like a good option for that.
Yeah, and then maybe have Lilith be the tank over there, since he can swipe.
Cool. Tell me where to go.
Yeah, it'd work.
Just follow, follow Star.
Cool. Everybody should be on Star, unless Star runs away, in which case don't follow Star.
For group 4.
Yeah.
Plus Lilith. So Lilith, anytime there's gargoyles coming up, you're going to be running to the back with group 4. So it'll be wave 2, wave 4.
So we'll help kill some stuff up here, and then we'll run to the back. So it's not like we're just going to take off immediately, because the guards back there will keep the gargoyles occupied.
Okay. Yep, let's see if we're ready.
Remember that LOS guys behind the pillar here.
Yeah. These barrels will not LOS, but the pillar will.
Get some range, make sure you're not in melee with all these guys. Please make sure to the line of sight. Alright, everybody says they're ready, everybody get in position. Gonna go get ready to talk to Thrall.
I love this pillar.
You're a pillar.
Yeah, I am.
So if the horde dudes, go ahead and talk, but if the horde dudes pick some up and keep some of them occupied for a little while, let the horde dudes fight. Some of them will die, it's not a big deal.
Alright, here we go.
Not to you, but to their families it is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's started.
This is the past. Who cares?
I was gonna say, I think like thousands of years old.
There it is.
Not that old.
We're banshees first, then necros, then A-bombs, and then ghouls. Tanks pick up A-bombs, keep them guided around.
AoEers, AoE, yeah?
Don't full threat.
Okay, I haven't done this one, so I don't know if it's
Focus on, it's going to be a lot of the same. Focus on the the banshees and the necros down first. That's going to be what wipes us.
Cool.
Let's get circle down. Keep those G curses rolling.
Circle has a magic shell.
Get the
Banshees are
necros. Got square up. Got some skeleton invaders too. Just you come real quick.
Skeletons are summoned by the necromancers too.
There's a mage in that.
Yeah, the square is blinded though.
Who did that?
So the ghouls will cannibalize, which kind of heals them, but it's not really.
Focus on square. Alright, back in position. Get them gargoyles. Reaction force, be ready to move.
Okay, same position starting.
So let's loop these guys down a little bit.
You see the gargoyles coming up. If you look back there, you can see them already.
Let's have the QR.
Yeah, work on shadow prot real quick as you can. There's only 4 ghouls up here, so.
Oh, group 4 is moving?
Yeah, group 4, go ahead.
4, follow Star. Just try to get threat on something and pull it around to these Torn guys. With the Torn guys.
Charlie, I'm in combat, slow walking, being off, he's like up there if needed.
grab some threat and pull them around. If you're good,
Alright,
let's
yeah,
go.
I'm
Let's
going,
go around the
I'm
horn.
going off like
Quintus and Quintus Healers hang out up here.
The
DPS.
gargoyles don't hit hard, but they hit frequently.
DPS move back to help the gargoyles.
Try to get them off beagles.
What he said.
This one loves beagles.
I can't reach you, Fury. Can you come in front of the tent?
Everybody in the QRF should be like where Star is.
She feathers you.
I'm abandoning you guys. Stay furious.
I can myself.
Res on Furious.
See a couple right back there.
There's more of you.
Got 30 seconds until the next wave.
Yeah, the gargoyles like don't want to come up.
Alright, we need to make sure people are in position to pick up the next
Yep.
wave.
Everybody but
else
base.
is ready.
Yeah, everybody but group 4, head back.
Can we get DPS, the group 4 range DPS, one that's up on where they spawn?
Oh, I finally got this one. Jesus, that
Nice.
took a while.
Focus on the
took
necros
forever.
first.
That guy sucked.
Alright,
Can we go back now?
Yep.
If they're all dead, yeah.
That one did not want to come back.
No, that was terrible.
So that's the big gargoyle pack though.
Okay.
We got a spider off the distance. It's on Tesla.
We'll just got it.
I'm an idiot. I still had salve on. That's why.
Well, I mean, we should keep some on.
Yeah. It's only 2 waves that you're gonna need to worry about that for. And I'd rather you not die on the rest of them.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Can we vote on it?
So,
Sacrifice to the blood god.
Okay, coming up next is gonna be Fiends, Necros, and Gargoyles. So group 4 be ready to move.
Let's go ahead and start back there.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and go. It's only 6 Fiends and 2 Necros up here.
good luck, my friends. Don't die.
Just be ready in case they all spawn up front. Are they coming there? I think they're all up front.
Here they are.
Yeah, they're in the back.
Where's here they are?
They're coming. They're way up above the trees.
Oh.
Just as you grab them, pull them into the tent. Keep in mind I can't kill you.
I think people got him. Solid.
Yeah, they should be coming around.
This last Crypt Fiend that's up there, just leave it. Let those guys about. We might need to move to help out. You guys doing okay back there?
Yeah, we're
We
good.
just got them pulled around most of them.
Yeah, I'm picking up the last one, I think.
Okay. DPS, move back to the back to help out with those gargoyles. We'll let the grunts handle that, Crypt Fiend. Okay, go and start working on that now if you can. Group up back for the front.
Okay.
Don't forget you can mount.
And let's show
Not
some
melee.
combat.
Melee can't mount.
Still in combat because we were near that spider up front.
Leave it up for a minute. Let's get salves rolling
Yeah,
out.
if you're,
We got
if
20
you're
seconds.
not in combat, probably like group 4, then we could drink and get some.
Don't kill this guy.
They're gonna
They're killing him. Yes.
Good position here. Alright, ghouls, A-bombs, and necros.
Everybody
Same
line of
thing.
sight, yeah?
Yes, line of sight, focus necros. Get those A-bombs pulled out and cut it around. Work on refreshing salves when you can, but not right at the start of a wave.
Okay, 1, 3, 5 are the same. The 2 even ones are ghouls. Or gargoyles are there.
Try to get LOS. Try to bring them back and get LOS.
Yeah, there we go.
Tanks, make sure to get at least one off.
Alright. Sophie's down.
So you got at least one necro.
Healing.
Alright, get the A-bombs down. See who's got some good mana. Charlie, if you can rest. Thank you.
I'll do the rest.
Alright, coming up next is going to be Frostworm incoming. So Boar, get ready to pick it up. And then 8 gargoyles.
So we're going to LOS this into the HUD.
Yep.
Can we get board marked? Is he? Okay, green.
Triangle.
Alright.
He's triangle. I think we're all going to
Hunter.
probably... I'm not sure if they're coming from the front or the back on the gargoyles. So just be ready to move. Everybody.
You want me in the
Everybody
bunker with
Look
you?
up, look up. They're right
Look up.
above us.
They're coming
Come
up.
in here. Come to the bunker.
Oh, everybody to the bunker.
Yep. Okay. Everybody follow triangle. Get the bunker. Line of sight around this.
Just
Pillar
get
here.
in by the door. If you got threat, come to the door, pull him down, and then melee can kill him. Someone.
Okay, guy, get in.
Someone where you stand.
Where's that one at?
He's still up there.
Yeah, he'll be up high for a little bit, so we'll kill the gargoyles, and then the range will kind of shift to the worm.
Alright, I got the worm.
Okay, stay away from Boar.
Make sure we have a healer on board.
I'm very right now. I got board.
We still have some gargoyles.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's finish off the gargoyles.
If you got threat on him, line of sight him so he can get a gap.
Alan, kan je take dat?
Ranged work on the worm.
What's that doing to you, Boar? About like 1,000, 2,000 a hit?
2,800.
Okay.
25.
Great. Now hunters are gonna have a legit queen they can roll on the tank here.
Alright, next is
Well,
going to be up next is going to be ghouls, A-bombs, and 1 worm. So get ready to move back to the front.
Soul Hunter gear, though.
Alright, get back in your line of sight spot. Or just be ready to pick up that worm.
The 8th wave, do we go back to the bunker or no?
No, fight the 8th wave, basically here.
So if we get an imp real quick, please. Thank you.
So no more gargoyles.
Okay. So every even wave except for the except for 8. Okay, I think I'm getting it. I'm slow. Yes.
Big goals.
What?
Get a
I was
couple of those.
using it.
Get a couple of those A-bombs pulled out, kite them around.
Using it in combat.
Stun. It's a lot of A-bombs. Stun them, kite them.
Worm is
Okay,
in the
let's-
back. He's actually attacking some NPCs.
Light, can you get on board? Can you follow board, please?
Range, we can probably start shifting to Worm.
Yes, please. Let melee handle the ghouls.
Didn't even know there was one.
Sunlow, can you follow the group over there to the frost one?
Alright, we're just gonna get that worm down.
They're all dead.
Whatever arcane mage is over here, you're a little bit close to Worm.
Tagsy.
Alright, as soon as that worm is down, come back to the front. We're gonna have ghouls, crypt fiends, necros, A-bombs, and banshees. Kill order's gonna be banshees, then necros, then A-bombs. And that'll be wave 8. After that, get ready to move to your spots.
Alright,
by
frost worm at
Thrall.
10%-ish.
Sorry, I had Salva.
It's all good.
Okay,
I
everybody
mean,
back to the front.
You were tanking and the horde were tanking, so.
Incoming.
Alright, again on this boss, make sure we have healers with the tank, pick him up, drag him back towards Thrall. He hits pretty hard.
And then move tanks in a sec on me.
Or we'll take another salve, please.
They do not parry haste in here. At least the bosses don't.
Where do you pick them up? After the hut?
You're gonna pick him up near where we're at, but probably the hut area.
Should you get that line of sight rolling? Get the circle first. Get those
Get tight
those
around the fence, even especially your healers. The necros are out there casting on you.
Should be one more banshee. Can't see.
So an option is we can shoot or MC the necros.
Hey,
Tesla Square really was trying to pull him off. Well,
Get these necros down. Soft, don't be afraid to taunt a necro. They're not too bad.
Okay.
get ready to mana up.
Move then mana. Move then mana.
Yeah, let your passive mana regen work. Make sure your pots are handy.
Will soon be formed.
So group 3, we're gonna kind of move.
Yeah, get ready to have an MD on Ren.
Boar's
We
got
want to
it.
make sure. I want to make sure that we're not in the cleave radius when Ren brings them through. Let him, yeah, just let him keep coming. If the horde pick him up, let the horde fight him for a little bit.
Melee, get out of the way so you don't accidentally get cleaved. Tanks, stay with Skull.
Group 4 should be on star.
Just FYI, the cleave is like 22k damage.
Jesus.
It's split between anybody that hits.
Yeah, it's split, but it's 22k damage. So
Yeah,
You may
want
want to pull him here.
You want me to grab him?
go ahead.
Yeah, grab him if you can. If you can pull him off one
Make
of
sure
the guys.
healers are there, and make sure healers aren't getting cleaved.
DPS, stay back here.
Or let him fight.
Yeah, I just blew my load. Still going after him.
Should pull him back. Everybody just went into combat, so
Yeah.
let's try to get him back.
Already's on Ren. Get out of his path. Don't get cleaved.
The first
Tanks
mark's
get
about
on.
to go
Tanks get
out.
on top of Skull. Tanks get on top of Skull.
You are marked.
I need all the tanks right on top of Skull. Lilith and Quintus. Split that cleave.
Alright, wisdom's up.
Want to leave him there?
That's probably good enough right there.
Hero now?
Well, not when we're stunned.
Are we?
Hero now.
Now, go.
Just casters watch you down below all your mana. You're a hero.
Yes, please. Tag Z, it looks like you're a little bit low.
Yep, I'm doing
I won't be able to call everybody out, so
Be a pain.
gotta manage it yourself, please.
Yeah, which means I die.
Lorazepam mana.
I switched to white gold only.
Yeah, Warlocks, if you die on this.
Quintus mana.
So, Warlocks, just remember the healer's got to heal your life tab. Mana burn affects them too.
Quintus, just focusing on keeping your mana up and soaking up the cleave.
Yeah, my mana's low.
He's already at 42%. Nobody needs to go all out. We're doing great.
Watch your mana.
Oh, I might as well do something.
Yeah, just run if you get targeted.
I will.
That's what I'm saying. Might as well go all out.
Marks out.
Seconds till the next mark.
Execute phase.
You're dead.
Marks out. If you're low, run.
Ooh, I resisted that mark.
Just tested, mages. You can ice block out of the mark.
Yep. Pallies can bubble out of it.
That sounds like cheating.
100k.
The last one probably would have killed me had I not eaten a mana cookie right when it happened.
All right.
Oh,
If you may still have a mark. If you do, just watch it.
who exploded me?
Alright. Get people up. Get rebuffed. Check your food buffs. Get the loot rolling. And go ahead and head back to your spots.
Okay, first up, we are going to do black featherlight boots. These are for physical DPS and druid tanks. 10%.
Oh, he's the one who drops the stash.
Alright, so we'll talk Asgore here in a second. Who is the final boss in the Horde camp.
We'll talk about that show. We are going to do a quick break.
There
actually.
were no bids, so second round, no prio, no min.
Alright, before we get rolling though, Warlocks, if you have your soul stones, we're going to be using them on a rotation for the next one, so don't be just putting them out just yet.
Okay, I've been throwing
Make
them on
'em-
beagles.
Make it and hold it.
Next up, we're doing Razor Fury Mantle, which is also for physical DPS, but this time all tanks. Physical DPS and tanks.
Zephyr has 11 minutes on his, but after the break and everything else, I should be back up.
I just dropped a repair bot if anyone needs it.
I haven't died, shockingly.
There were no bids, so we're going to go second round, no prio, no minimum.
There you go. 3 soul wells. Grab your cookies.
Congratulations to Stabby.
Congrats,
Yeah.
Abby.
I kind of wish more of this stuff was going for main spec, but
Okay, I'm going to go and start a break.
It's a
Do
good for a
5.
Stam outfit.
Please be back on time. Don't be late. Got 5 minutes.
Bye-bye. Lollygaggers.
Hey, Nerds Online.
How much time is left on the break?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Huh. I don't have a DBM pop up for it. Alright, I'm gonna put a circle on A. Yeah, I heard the break and I immediately got up, so I might have gotten an error. So there was a DBM update today, so maybe it got broken by the update because I updated it like 2 hours ago.
I updated mine. My break timer worked fine.
Okay, maybe it's just like glitchy.
Shiley, did you say Tremor didn't work on the sleep?
No, on Anetheron,
Yeah.
I had Tremor down. Furiosa slept entirely through it, and I slept entirely through it. So the Sulfuron Slammers are really kind of the only thing I know that work, other than if you like Carrion Swarms you, that'll wake you from the sleep.
Probably.
Something that takes damage, although as a Paladin sacrifice, yeah, you could Blessing a Sacrifice.
I thought
The
one
main
video that I was
tank.
watching said that PvP trinket was supposed to take you out of sleep.
So, in one of the raids I did on him, someone said they tried it and it didn't work. So, I personally didn't try it. I
just
don't
could've
think it's
swore I
worth
heard it.
sacrificing a
The
trinket
video that I saw, the guy talked about it, but he forgot to equip it before the fight. And so he
That's-
talked
yeah.
about maybe it might work, but it wasn't in the video.
I mean, I don't, for that fight, I don't think it's worth sacrificing a trinket slot for. For rage, it's worth sacrificing a trinket slot because you're gonna take like 10k damage in like 2 seconds, and that is pretty much impossible to heal. So unless you're a mage that can blink or ice block or a pally that your bubble's not on
5,
cooldown,
4,
it's
3,
kind of a life
2,
or death situation.
1.
Yeah, that was nuts. I went to sleep like 3 times that fight. Got the on the fight after that. Getting hit by everything. Wasn't doing a lot of DPS, so it's definitely worth.
Getting hit by the Carrion Swarm makes me feel so fucking worthless. Yeah, I know.
But we still love you.
Magnify that by 75%.
Alright, checking. See who's back.
Like Kelly there. Alright, I'm gonna start kind of talking Asgore, everybody but like checked ready. So Asgore's like Magtheridon's big brother. Basically, he'll come from the same place. We'll pick him up, bring him. Just like this guy, he has a cleave. The cleave is not split though, so just stay out of the way. Special abilities. So I'm gonna kind of the easy one. Rain of Fire. We'll kind of spread out like we did for this guy. Rain of Fire. Just move out of it. Don't obviously don't stay in it. You'll clearly see it if you have DBM or GTFO or one of those add-ons. It'll basically tell you. I talked to Cleave, Howl of Asgore, so that silences for 5 seconds and it hits everybody, so it is important that we have HOTS rolling on the tank at all time. There is a timer for the Howl of Asgore, so Pepper, please try to refresh your HOTS as soon as it's up. Now, the big thing to talk about though is Doom. So during the fight, I think it's every 40 seconds, he will cast Doom on one person. If he casts Doom on you, you will die. End of story. Everything I've seen says it can't be bubbled, ice blocked, etc. We will have an off tank up here by this tree that will off tank the Doom guards. So if you get Doom cast on you, you got 20 seconds. So start making your way here. The off tank will pick them up, and we will try to get these guys engaged in the fight. So hopefully they take the Doom guard, and the off tank doesn't have to do too much. So we definitely need a healer that can reach the purple smoke. And other than that, he's pretty much a physical damage fight. So again, Doom 20 seconds to get up here. The Doom guard will spawn where you die. So Hax was talking about B-reses and soulstones. So the warlocks are going to probably want to be over here where we're kind of at anyway. So group 4 was like right here. So group Andrian, you'll probably want to kind of be in this area too. So you'll have soulstones made, and when someone gets Doom, the raid leader, I'm going to let Hax do that, they basically need to determine, are we going to soulstone or B-res that person, or are we just going to let them die? He'll probably do about 5 or 6 of them over the course of the fight at max, so we could probably use them all, but obviously there's a cooldown, and if we wipe the next fight, we might not have them. So there'll be a soulstone order, and there'll need to be sort of a B-res order, and who's doing the B-reses.
Okay.
So there's 20 seconds to kind of make a decision. You know, like if you're providing a good group buff or debuff, then you're probably soulstone worthy. If you're stabbing, you're probably just gonna die.
5 rogue buffs.
Okay.
We'd let you live for 6, but 5's just not going to cut it.
Alright, talk about the wave breakdown here real quick. So we're going to have first wave, Necros and A-bombs, normal stuff. Wave 2 is going to have 1 worm, gargoyles, and ghouls. Wave 3 is when we're going to start the giant infernals. Did I miss you talking about the infernals?
So the infernals will spawn all over. They can spawn literally anywhere. You'll have some that'll spawn here. You'll have some that'll spawn by Thrall. Typically you'll have a bunch kind of in this middle area where we fought Khazra-Gal. Let the Horde kind of pick them up. We do need to have a tank or 2 to come and pick them up, and we're probably going to want a healer for each of those tanks. Just please, tanks, if there's like 3 infernals over here, and don't grab all 3 of them if you can't hold threat on all 3 of them. When I was doing this with House of the Rising Sun, I was one of the healers, and one of the tanks decided to pick up 4, and 2 of them came over and smashed me. The infernals don't hit super hard on a tank, but they will smash a healer pretty quick.
Alright, so for the infernal waves, which is going to be wave 3 and wave 7. Wave 3 is going to be pretty easy. It's just 6 ghouls and the 8 infernals. So we can have Quintus just handle the ghouls by himself, and melee can handle that with cleaves and whatnot. And we'll have a ranged working on the infernals, so they can outrange the mark or whatever, the Laughin. We'll want to meet in the middle for that. We don't have to worry about line of sighting anything for that phase. Wave 4 is 8 more giant infernals and 6 fellstalkers. I want to banish the fellstalkers. We got 3 warlocks, so pick one, banish it as they're running in. They'll mana burn. Is going to be annoying, so we can banish them, get to them as we do. Wave 5 will be Necros, Fellstalkers, and Abominations. Same thing, banish the Fellstalkers, meet at the front, kill everything like normal. Wave 6 is Necros and Banshees, same thing. 7 is ghouls, crypt fiends, more infernals, and 2 fellstalkers. Banish the 2 fellstalkers. Melee can handle the little guys and ranged work on the infernals. And then the last wave is a couple, 4 fiends, 2 necros, 4 A-bombs, 4 banshees, and 2 fellstalkers. Banish the fellstalkers again. So it's waves 3, 4, and 7 that we have in infernals. We'll want to meet in the middle for that. And none of those waves have any other ranged. So, all right, buff up real quick. Check your buffs. Might want to redo food, maybe.
All right. One thing. So when you're tanking the boss, his cleave doesn't knock back effect. I think I failed to mention that.
Yeah. Make sure you talk about the silence.
Yeah, I
it can be
talked about
resisted.
the 5-second silence. Yeah, it
Yeah,
can
that's-
be resisted. I think it counts as shadow.
Yeah, so make sure we have shadow prod up all the time.
But if it's not resisted, obviously, make sure the druid hots are up.
Alright, so let's make sure everybody knows where the Tauren warriors are. The star. If you get Doom on you, run over there, and we'll try to get a soul stone on you real quick. Or B-res, yeah, if need be. All the druids should have B-res back. Anybody not have B-res available?
And shamans can obviously on it, but I'll let the raid leader make the decision.
Sorry, where are we bringing
The Doom?
The Doom cards?
The Doom on the boss or the Infernals? In the trash.
the where do we go to die?
Oh,
Star.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, go up into like this area here.
The tree stump.
So you got 20 seconds to make it.
So our off-tank healers need to be split off in here.
I think we're just letting the Tauren warriors handle the Doom guards. Oh, the off tank can pick it up as well.
Yeah.
So we'll have Quintus pick up those. So yeah, just have your healer for that up by the stump somewhere, or by those warriors. Just out of the way.
Grab it and then try to dump it off and say bye bye.
Light, Tetzel, that's you. Just keep an eye on Quintus and whatever.
Just make sure you're off to the side somewhere so that you don't get first aggro on that Doom guard, whoever that is. Alright, see if we're ready. We got 18 minutes left on Shadow Prop. Sorry, I had to.
So do we? Okay. So we're all standing here for now. Okay, we're just gonna follow this.
We got the trash waves. We will have on wave 2. We will have to split off to get to go pick up the gargoyles.
Again?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, 8 gargoyles.
Actually, wave 2, the gargoyles will spawn overhead. So we'll LOS in the hut.
In the hut again. Okay. Okay, yeah, I see them now.
Okay. Everybody said they're ready. Let's start it up. So be ready to move to the bunker.
Not this wave, the next wave.
after this wave. Yep.
So many waves.
Exactly 8. Okay, someone keeps changing.
That's my macro.
Yeah, this chest just sucks because you have to. Oh, Quintus is down already. Alright, kite. Focus on getting those necros down.
Do you want to re-res him or no?
Let's get a couple of sheeps out on some of the back ones if you can manage it. Maybe some of the unmarked ones. Yeah, probably not. Get these necros down. Interrupt as
The one with Hunter's Mark
often
has
as you
got
can.
wounds on it. So let's just kill the one with Hunter's Mark.
Trying to change sheep.
Alright, it's the dots of... No, it's got serpents.
Alright, we've got some skeletons.
Let's kill square. The ones up front...
That spell isn't ready yet.
The horde fight those ones. I will get the res on Quintus.
Thank you. And be ready to move. Alright, everybody move. Let's get Quintus up. Quintus move and then drink. We'll have a little bit of time before they actually get to us.
If you're not resin, go to the hut.
Yep. They should be overhead. Alright, Q is up. Heal. And another heal. Now I got aggro on everything, I think.
I'll life tap. Heal.
Everybody down on the ramp, please. Everybody down on the ramp, line of sight.
Big heals Quintus.
Q, where are you at, Q? Just drag everything.
Alright, give Quintus some time.
Boar's grabbing the crossworm now.
Stay away from the boar.
Yeah, unless you're supposed to heal him, in which case stay near him.
Alright, let's try to get these other gargoyles back.
Up next is going to be ghouls and gargoyles. Or ghouls and infernals, sorry. Range focus on that worm. We're gonna stay in the middle for this one. Let the ghouls come to us. Quintus, you can go or drop a consecrate probably somewhere around where Thrall's at right now. Assuming the ghouls are probably gonna get stuck on these NPCs though for a little bit. Alright, we got one gargoyle. Hit it in if you can line of sight if you're not already.
Alright,
Shallow.
threat on me
Yeah, you're
now,
trying to
so-
taunt him away, but
I got threat. I'm pulling him down. Taxi's threat.
That's
a
a
BOE.
BOE.
It's a BOE.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody started passing. Just we'll roll it off. Radius need if you haven't already. We'll just roll it off.
I did. We'll roll it off.
Okay, we got infernals coming in. We're gonna stay back. Let the ghouls come to us.
Alright, infernals were popping in the back.
And at the front.
One up front.
So we just go in the
We got
middle.
one on Quintus. Yeah, pull them. We don't want to stack them up too much. Get a couple banishes out. Pick one to banish. Heal that one first.
Alright. Watch healers, watch their son come up from behind.
Let Quintus grab the ghouls. Ren and Lil grab an infernal and drag it off.
There's an infernal on Tesla.
Bring the fight to me and pay.
There's one at 30%. Try to focus that one down. Thrall's doing fine on his own. Let him handle that for a little bit.
So mine's coming out of banish in the back here.
Rebanish it. Short one, if you can. We got a minute left. So. Clean up these ghouls and the one that's on Thrall. Alright, let the banishes run out.
1 second on mine.
Borg get a salve, please.
Okay, clear up that last one. Next wave is more Infernals and Fellstalkers. Warlocks, be ready to banish the Fellstalkers. So I'll try to stay somewhere near this hut, try to get them grouped up.
Yeah, if all the horde's dead up front, we might as well stay back here. Because this group with the shaman will kind of pick them up and we'll be able to easily OOS.
Infernal's incoming. Try to get Thrall involved if you can. Looks like he's got a few. There's one way off in the back there. Brand Lil, pick one up. Get those banishes out on those stalkers. Kill the fell stalkers first. That aren't banished.
Where are the fell stalkers?
They're coming from the front.
They're up front. Try to get interrupts on the fell stalkers if you can.
Yes. Alright, got 3 banishes out. Just make sure you keep on your targets there. It's fine. Looks like one of the banishes came out. 2 of them came up. Get them down again, please.
On Parsons.
Alright, let's kill this infernal ones in the raid with us.
Yeah, I cursed or whatever the fuck. Death coiled him.
How's Thrall doing over there? Anybody got eyes on him?
Thrall's probably gonna kill stuff.
96%.
Oh yeah, Thrall's doing fine.
So the funny thing is though, that the boss will like 5-shot Thrall.
So we got a good 4 shots, gotcha.
Let's get these fell stalkers down. Let the banishers run out. Okay, we're gonna have Necros, Fell Stalkers, and A-bombs on this one. Let's stay on this bunker. Line of sight around the bunker. Kinda like where we were at. We'll just tank him right around this corner. Kinda where Beagle's standing right now. Range, just stay off somewhere behind where you can still see.
Yeah, you don't need to go all the way behind.
Everybody should be up on this hill behind the bunker. Let's get some banishes out on the Fell Stalkers.
Are they coming?
They're coming. They slow trap and consecrate. So it should work well.
Hello, looks like
Necros in the
Necros.
Necros came behind us.
Oh, they resist. Okay, that's 3 resists.
Let's get there's a Necro way in the back. If we could, thank you.
The skull one?
Somebody read mine? No, there's one that's sheeped over there now. Somebody read
I got it.
Interrupt the randomers if you can. Burn these Necros.
I want to get on the Fell Stalkers to for shot.
Yes, please.
Yeah, they have high shadow resist. So I try to banish them, but then they fucking break out like 2 seconds later.
Just want a 30% kill that Fell Stalker.
Your spells.
Necro's up. Got the 2 Fell Stalkers up still. Kill this Necro, then the 2 Fell Stalkers.
Skull's about to die.
I don't have to fight it.
Fell Stalker down. Alright, next we're gonna have Necros and Banshees.
Got about 15 seconds on that.
Same thing.
Rings.
Wrap the line of sight. Everybody, after this guy's dead, get down into that little ramp. Except for Quintus. Any little possibility there. They might decide to go around the other side again. Try to keep eyes out here.
Yeah, here come the Banshees and the Necros.
Yep.
Everyone going left. Oh, no, they just broke right.
If we can get a couple sheeps out on that side.
I got square.
I got none marked.
And then come back and line of sight real quick.
Get
Try to
threatened
get
and pull the banshees back.
Yeah, just line of sight, let them come over to us.
Alright, I got threat on skull.
So let them come to us. Or they all of them
Heal
inside?
them around.
I brought some back.
On skull.
Make sure we're keeping decurses rolling too.
Diamond has intermittent shell as well. Unlock one.
A lot of them do. Crowd interrupts and do whatever lane. One of the necros pop back up.
I got it.
He's on Sophie. Sophie, just line of sight if you can.
First shot.
Okay, I'm gonna grab one of this necro pulled on the group here. Let's come kill these necros. We're running out of time.
I need to target something first.
Alright, up next is 2 ghouls, 2 fiends, 8 infernals, 2 fell stalkers. Banish the fell stalkers when they come up. Let's group up back in the center. We don't have to line of sight here.
Fell's coming down right behind us.
He's on Blarg.
Other mobs coming back from the for everything else. Save your banishes for the fell stalkers, please. Other ads incoming from the front.
I got one. That was fine.
Alright, kill those Fellstalker that's up. Let the other Fellstalker come out.
Nope, sorry.
They're all doing fine. Now we got a infernal back over here. Killing a couple NPCs. Let me get a couple ranged with me way in the back here.
On my way. Still got a minute, 20 seconds.
Once that Fellstalker comes up, focus that. Unless it's already dead.
That died a while ago.
Okay.
Everything died out of combat.
Just let Thrall handle that. Regen some mana passing if you can. Get a little bit. We got a whole minute. Alright, up next is going to be 4 Fiends, 2 Necros, 4 A-Bombs, 4 Banshees, and 2 Fellstalkers. So, a lot. We're going to go back to the bunker. Everybody in the bunker. Be prepared on polys and get the Fellstalkers banished. Focus Banshees first.
I thought there was only 2. Looks like there's... Oh, no, there.
Yeah, check your flasks, your consumables, and we're gonna have to work on shadow resistance when possible.
It says 2 Fellstalkers, but I see like 4.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but...
Alright, we'll get banishes up on them anyways. Everybody make sure to line of sight the casters. we're keeping decreases rolling. If you pick up something, try to bring it into the group. Let's get these banshees down. This is the last wave, so be ready to move. We'll have Ren pick up the boss as he's coming in. Healers go with him. Everybody else, do not get cleaved. Make sure you're staying away from the front of the boss. Get in position and then drink.
So go square out there.
Okay. Let's pop it. Kill it.
I'm lagging pretty bad.
We do still have like a minute and a half, so.
Do we want to wait a little bit, or?
Nah, I think we'll be fine.
If we want to regen mana, we can mind control the necromancer.
We'll have enough time to drink. We'll have enough time. Just kill it, get in position. Alright, get in position. Check for shinies.
Return to finish what was begun so many years ago. This time, there will be no escape.
Do not get cleaved while we're moving.
Spread out a little bit, guys.
Remember, Ren will be moving them back up a little bit.
You get an MD.
Where's Ren gonna go?
So remember, the spread out is for the rain of fire.
If you're near Thrall, you do not want to be near Thrall. Pull him back a little bit so the Thrall doesn't accidentally get cleaved.
Howl of Asgar's up.
Rain of Fire on the melee.
Over. Howl of Asgar in 6 seconds.
Pull him back a little bit. Nope, never mind, we're good. Rain of Fire on melee.
Howl out.
Move him out of the Rain of Fire. As soon as the next howl goes out, or it's done, then we'll do it.
Alright, he casts Doom on
Doom on
somebody.
Lilith. Steffer, get a put yours on Lil.
I'm silenced.
As soon as you can. You got a couple seconds.
There we go.
Did you get it? Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Loraj, you're gonna be next.
Yep. Yeah, Loraz and the doctor.
Fire on melee.
So the fire puts a dot, I believe.
Yeah. If you're gonna too long.
Do you want heroes or?
Yeah, let's go and pop it.
Alright, Solo's down.
Rain of Fire on melee.
Pepper Potts.
Doom Guard's on Lilith.
Pepper Potts says Doom. Go to this spot.
Alright. Loraz, get Pepper. Rain of Fire, get out of it.
Pepper, you gotta go to the spot where the star is.
She died.
I'm gonna MD it.
Okay. I'm just gonna taunt it.
Do you want to be res or? Oh, I'm stunned.
Yeah, that sucks.
Can
let's see.
that's done apparently.
Let's get a B-res on B-res if you can B-res Pepper. Just make sure we get that Doom Guard under control.
We do. Pepper's right there.
Yeah, go ahead and Onk. How are we looking on a Doom?
Looks like Lilith has him.
Ball back, your
Ball
Doom.
Out. I'll ball back.
Go to star.
Drain. Android, get your
Fire and melee.
Soulstone on Ballback.
Turn ball back. 8 seconds.
It's in group
till-
3.
Heals on Quinn.
Okay. Let's see. Lilith. Lilith B-res Sunlow if you can.
You want me to go ahead and use it?
Yeah, go and use it.
I will lie down for no one.
For fuck's sake.
Will, did you copy B-Res on Sunlow?
Tesla's got aggro.
Do you want me to kite the Doom Guard?
Will's on it. Yeah, if you get a Doom Guard, try to pull it over to one of the NPCs. Doom's on Quintus, that's very unfortunate.
Ren dead.
Alright, Ren's down. Alright, that's gonna be a wipe.
Holy shit.
25%.
Reese Hoctor!
Yeah, Doom Guard in the raid didn't help anything.
Bring the fight to me and pay with your life.
A lot of timers to watch in that one.
Yeah.
Don't fight it.
Yeah, 25%. Alright, so while we're wiping it up,
Despicable insect.
it's very, very important that when you get that Doom on you, to move over to where Star is going to be marked at.
It's literally the only thing you have to do, pretty much. Get Doom, run to the mark.
Yeah. We want to get the Tauren involved in it, and if it's too far away from somebody to pick it up, then it's gonna stun a bunch of people in the raid, or it might stun a tank.
Anybody got jump cables?
Trying on Quintus right now.
I do.
Tried mine on Tesla.
I mean, it's not a long run, but when you go in, go to the door to the right now instead of the left.
No jumper cables worked?
Trying mine. Any joy, Sunlow? Goblin tech. What are you gonna do?
Alright, go and release, start running back. We're gonna have to wait like 4 minutes for NPCs to respawn anyways.
So by the time we get there and get buffed up, it'll almost be time to start. So this isn't like break time.
Goblin tech. 50% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
It's true.
I heard Shiley say break.
So we're doing fine. Getting a rep in. We use that to learn, and we'll get him down this time. So everybody gets a little bit better feel for what the waves are going to look like, at least, if nothing else.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we had him 25% in a very confusing time, so now we're gonna crush him.
Is there any reason not to die right on the Tauren soldiers? And that way an off-tank doesn't have to deal with them?
Yeah, you want to get it really as close to them as possible. The off tank should be by the stump to pick up anything.
So one thing to note is that DBM is going to put a skull over your head when you get the Doom. So if you see a skull pop over your head, and we'll try to call it as well, but there's a lot going on. Stabby, could you cover calling the Dooms?
Sure.
Thank you.
I mean, I had to run out of the fire 28 times, so I'm not doing any DPS.
Oh, I know. Rate of fire was so annoying.
They love
Is it?
you guys.
It's randomly picking a target, right? It's not always. I mean, it was just deep melee.
Yeah.
So
Bad
yeah.
RNG.
So he'll pick a target and he'll cast Rain of Fire and Radius over them. So there is the
Hit the repair guy on the way in.
Yep, there's a repair guy by the Night Elf portal. Blood Elf looking dude. And also there's a beacon by Patterns from the Gem Orb.
Do you want me to go ahead and roll off the BOE that dropped?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'm just going to do a roll 25, and whoever's in that spot wins. 22! That'd be tulips.
Congrats, tulips.
Just a reminder, when you go back in, take the portal to the right, the Horde encampment. Once you get in, get your personal buffs rolling. fresh on mage food if we need to.
People need hellstones.
Yeah, it probably would be a good idea to
What's
stock
the
up.
cooldown on soul stones?
30 minutes, so mine's 23 minutes until.
Probably not gonna happen until the boss.
Nope. Probably not.
Damn.
We gotta do the waves again, correct?
Yeah, we have to do the waves again.
It's not gonna take. Well, I mean, it might take 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's 8 times 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So
We might.
it's
It'll be close. We can. Yeah, we'll play it by ear.
I'm creating one, anyways.
Yeah, go and make it. We can have Loraz go first and buy us some time if need be. Hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the thought of doing all those freaking waves again. No wonder people hate this place.
I think we need to summon Dran. Looks like they went in the wrong door. Maybe? No, never mind, never mind. Calling out Dran and it's not even right. My
Alright.
bad. I'm sorry, Dran.
NPCs are back. Let's make sure we're getting rebuffs, please, so we can get rolling again.
Where's Furiosa?
The good news is, after this boss, there's no more trash. Bad news is we gotta do the trash again. Good news is we're getting back.
That's a good point. Rep, baby.
Bad news is, in like 3 weeks, we're not gonna want rep.
There's people that I've seen that are already excited.
Yeah, there were a lot of trash farms going on this weekend.
Yeah,
I
it was
got-
good.
I got 3,500 in friendly, so I'm at 3,700 in honored right now.
Alright, see if we're ready.
44 revered.
Yeah, revered.
Alright, buff. Get your personal buffs up. Once Furiosa gets in, we'll get her buffed up real quick. Looks like she's here.
Carlotta calling us nerds. Carlotta, didn't you run the entire instance?
No, I took his spot.
Group buffs on Group 4 if you were waiting. Buffs on Furiosa. Paladin buffs on Druids if you were waiting. Man up, just to see if we're actually ready to go. Yeah, Shadow Protection, get that rolling.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. More
We'll
important.
have a little bit of time. Okay, so first wave, once again, is going to be Necros and A-bombs. Am I looking? Yeah, I'm looking at the right place.
Shadowy Necromancers A-bombs.
Yeah, we'll do it up at the front like before.
Yeah, there's a lot of people alive now.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, it's basically like it is after you kill the first boss.
Okay, everybody appears to be in position. I'm going to start it. Remember to use those pillars as a line of sight. Targeted totems. Let them come to us. Big heals on Quintus.
Solo down. Sophie down.
Gotta make sure we're line of sight in here.
Alright, so not all the healers can line of sight and heal the tanks.
Yeah, I know, but initially. They're stopping and I think some of them stopped and got totems first.
I will rest on.
Alright, let's get those resistors up.
Someone coming up. Someone's
Got a frost swarm coming up. Gargoyles are coming. Once you get rezzed, everybody come back to the bunker. Everybody back to the bunker. Bunker, bunker, bunker. Or be ready
Bunker?
on the
I
lookout.
hardly know her.
Or be on the lookout for the frost swarm.
Yep.
Get Sophie and Sophie and Sunlow healed up real quick. And run. Just come on back to the bunker, get that line of sight roll. Let them come back to us.
Furiosa, I gotta say, that looks hilarious. Giant owlbear running from a flock of gargoyles.
Boar's got the worm.
Make sure to stay away from boar. One gargoyle up there, looks like trying to hit Dinadin. You can pull him down if you can. Put a couple ghouls up at the front. Melee, let's take care of these ghouls up the front.
Those ranged ones to stay at a distance, you can counterspell. They'll come in.
And we got ghouls and infernals on the next one, so we're going to group up in the center. Get rebuffs on Sunlow and Sophie as quickly as possible, if you hadn't already.
Banish what we can, yeah?
Yeah. Quinn, try to grab some ghouls whenever possible. Grab the ghouls as you can.
Infernal right at the hut. Lily's on it. Infernal right on Lily's butt.
Two way behind us.
If they're on NPCs, just kind of let them do their thing for a little bit. If they're running, try to banish the ones that are kind of running towards us. Hear them as you can. Try to hold off on the AoE for just a second longer. Should be good AoE. Got some ghouls and an infernal up near the front. Melee, peel off and get these 3 ghouls that are by these grunts. Try to keep them alive if you can. Up next is going to be 8 Infernals and 6 Fellstalkers. Banish the Stalkers. Group up back towards the center again. Same thing.
Remember, you can fear and stun the Infernals too. Buy some people's
Drink.
Yeah, so most everything in here except the frost worms can be CC.
Pick your Fellstalker target and finish. Here they come.
Try to get those Fellstalkers down first. Get those interrupts.
I'm out of range.
I let the Banishes run themselves out. Just got Infernal on the back by the Tauren.
Yeah, you got one of them.
Okay, next is going to be Necros, Fellstalkers, and A-bombs. Let's see, we'll do the bunker. Everybody line of sight in the bunker. Bunker, bunker, bunker. Vanishes out on the Fellstalkers again.
They are coming left. Yep.
And once they're back here, range to get away from the abominations. Get those Necros down. Try to interrupt them, pull them back into the group.
Pulling in square. Or trying to.
I'm playing with them.
Let the Banishes run out.
He was just walking out there minding his own business.
Banishes almost up.
That was before Stabby blinded.
Alright.
Them in the eye.
Necros and Banshees. We're gonna stay at the bunker. Everybody just huddle on in here, let them come to us. Let's get some sheeps out if you can. Don't kill yourself doing it though. Or some of them are probably gonna come around the other side too. So.
You got 3 groups, yeah.
Can Banshees be shackled?
They're all going to the left,
Yeah.
and then some just went all the way to the right. So there you go.
Yeah, triangle.
It's got a group just minding its own business.
I'm gonna set them back as quickly as possible.
I got a threat and I jump down, so
Keep decreases rolling.
This is what we were told not to do. Kill myself, sheeping.
I will rest.
Eh, it happens.
Group went after Thrall and his dude.
Okay, we'll let them handle that for now. Get those Banshees down first.
X has a magic shot.
This other one does too.
casters maybe want to move to the other.
Yeah, range go ahead.
I'm gonna stay back and hope I drop combat. And Tagsy res coming now.
Perfect. Yeah, let's get over here and kill all those other ones. Focus the Banshees first.
I got some heals on you, but you should have time to drink.
I don't have a target.
Okay. Ghouls, Fiends, Infernals, and Fellstalkers back to the bunker. To the bunker. Well, no. Stay near the bunker. Stay on the outside. Banish the Fellstalkers. We don't have to line aside anything.
Well, the Crypt Fiends and the Fellstalkers kind of line of sight.
Yeah, a little bit. We're gonna banish the Fellstalkers. So that's shit. Leave this Fellstalker up square, leave it up. Focus on square.
Bring the fight to me and pay
Leave Moon up. Thrall. Ranged handle that Infernal. Melee handle the Fellstalker.
How many Hearts of Darkness have we gotten tonight?
You can worry about it later.
11 so far.
Okay. This is 7, so this is 8. Fiends, Necros, A-Bombs, Banshees, Fellstalkers, line of sight in the bunker. Get
Rebuff on
Fellstalkers.
if you haven't.
Banish the Fellstalkers. Kill the Banshees and the Necros. If you see a Necro hanging out by itself on the back after they all get here, then Sheep will do that. Maybe it'll keep people alive. Hopefully.
Square and triangle are Necros.
Once the A-bomb's here, tanks get them out. There's Banshees down.
Where's triangle going?
Stop for a stroll.
I went to
Focus
attack them.
Banshees.
Just stalking them.
He just wants to have a chat with Carl.
Our boss is going to be coming up next, so get ready to get in position.
Convert him to his religion. You know how to.
We're going to need a res on Deniden.
I will res Dunedin.
Keep his Fellstalker up. Yep, keep it up. Kill it.
We can banish one and regen some mana, but since it's this close, we'll probably combat.
So I got one Necro up, square. Get that down too.
And trying.
He's trying to play.
He's with Thrall.
There's one fighting way over on the other side.
I'm getting mana burn. I don't think he's gonna grab it.
We got him. Range go kill that Necro by Thrall.
And unless you need mana.
No, he's dead. Alright, get in position quickly and then drink.
The Legion has returned to finish what was begun so many
Let's get a refresh on Shadow
years
Prot
ago.
as quickly as possible.
This time, there will be no escape.
If you hear your name called out for doom, run to the hunter, run to the tank. Which is what's his mark?
Triangle.
I marked the Tauren star. Try to get as close to star as you can. But the tank should be near the stump to pick anything up.
In about 15 seconds.
Except for how you looking on.
I got 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 14 seconds, actually.
Incoming.
Would have got timers on.
I'm all back.
Nope. You all stay dead.
My bad, I didn't shoot him quick enough.
Hal's out. 1 second. Hal's gone. Hal,
Go and random fire melee. One hero.
I'm gonna hero after this next Hal is about to go out.
Hero now.
Doom on Ren.
I didn't see one.
Don't
See
look
a
like it.
skull on Ren.
He had it there.
Tagsy.
Hal about to go out.
Minute on mine.
Alright, I need a. Yeah, we'll get the next one. Laraj, you're gonna get the next. Anybody got timers on druids? Melee?
You to my left.
All druid be reses are available.
Watcher, please.
Lorazepam.
Put it on yourself.
To triangle.
Still gotta run. Don't blow up there.
Fire melee.
Watcher, please. 16-second on mine.
Okay, you should be able to get the next one. Android, what you got?
Hal going out. Well, Hal out.
On Soulstone?
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Okay.
Hal about to go out.
4.
Fire melee. Alright, Sever, you good on board?
Yep.
Alright, get it.
Got him.
Run away.
How y'all doing on the Doom guards up there?
I got all the Tauren engaged. Ah, shit, I released.
Well.
Wrong button.
Yep.
Do you want to re-res some DPS or are we going to wait?
Guard tanks need
Gonna
heals.
wait.
Lilith.
Shit. Alright, Furios, get ready to B-res Lilith. Execute phase. We'll just get ready to pick up any loose Doom guards from Lilith dying.
It's not ready yet. I can't use it.
15%. Battle Squawk is up.
Say no more.
Alright, B-res Lilith. We got some Doom guards running loose. Try to drag them over to the NPCs. Yeah, go and honk, 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 honk. Melee, fire. Should be over by the torrent. Use Hellstones.
Doom on me.
Trying to slow the Doom guards.
Stabby, just get way out of there. We're gonna let you stay dead.
Oh yeah.
My mana is low.
100k.
Kill this fucker. That's one way to do it. Come on, everybody.
Heal people, heal people.
3, 2, 1. Stabby dies.
Yeah,
Don't
keep
get
people
out of
healed.
the
Keep,
fire.
stop. Keep people healed. Get out of the fire. Okay, let's get reses up.
It's not broke gear.
It's not? Fuck.
It's a bug.
Oh, the priest warlock. We don't even have any of those.
I agree with that.
Okay. I think same as last time we talked to Thrall, he burns the place down and then we move, right?
Yes.
Alright, let's get reses up real quick. Everybody get ready to move. We're gonna talk to him first and move, and then we're gonna handle stuff. We got time for one attempt probably. My timers are right?
I think we're good to see him.
Yeah. We'll get we might be able to get some loot in while we're talking about it a little bit. Everybody get moving.
Shally, are there nodes on the way?
Yes, there will be nodes on the way.
There's a very good chance we can one-shot this if we get relatively lucky, so...
When you get there, talk to Tyrande.
Zephyr, I'm
And
following
get a
you so I can do
tier.
Okay.
Alright,
And if you're here, start moving.
we are going to do Boots of Divine Light, because that dropped while we were doing some fun stuff. This is for healers, 10%.
Just don't go too far, because I don't think the nodes spawn until he talks to Thrall.
Okay.
There's notes up.
There are? Okay, go out then.
Yeah,
Let me-
I've talked to him already.
Oh, okay.
Everything's on fire.
Alright, I'll get this one. Oh, got it.
Looks like we skipped one in the corner there. Outside.
Where's it at?
Just follow the train.
I almost
Someone
ran off the
said
edge.
we skipped one.
Well, someone stopped it after I said that.
Okay.
Did everyone talk to Tyrande?
So
One back here behind this.
Okay, congratulations to Pepperbots.
Yeah, everybody to talk to Triangle. And get your Tears of the Goddess. You're gonna need them. Put them on your bar somewhere.
Yes. Also, you can jump off this cliff and practice using it, and then ride right back up and practice using it.
Which cliff?
The
There's
cliff
a
that
node
we're
back
on.
here.
Or two?
I'm gonna go get it.
You got it?
So, if you are a druid, make sure that the tier is in the appropriate bar if it's one of your bars that changes with your stance.
May just blink with that.
Yes, and Blink will put you on the ground immediately.
Right.
If you're not a mile high.
Ooh, that's fun. I want to do this over and over again.
I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have that. I didn't bring the two.
Yeah, Blink is by far the best. I mean, Tier's good to have as a backup, but Blink will put you on the ground immediately.
So, just a reminder, the tier only lasts for 2 seconds, so if you pop it at the peak, you're gonna die.
This is where we get your from.
Alright, we have the bow-stitched leggings, which are for hunter, paladins, and shamans. $10%.
Sorry, I hit pass instead of close.
That's okay. It doesn't show up in the list anymore.
So follow the road down, cross the bridge. Also, if you get airburst into the water, it will silence you for 30 seconds. And you have to like run over almost where we're grouping to get out of the water.
It's a weird mechanic.
Congrats, did it. Alright, last up, we have two of the same token. They're both Pally, Priest, Warlock, so top two bids will win. 10%, starting now.
Good luck, fools.
Okay. Here's the thing. There's going to be a fear. It's very important that we try to mitigate that as much as possible. So shamans, since we only have 3, are going to be in groups that may not be ideal for DPS here. It's just how it's going to be. Lilith is going to be main tanking. The guy doesn't crush. So he's going to have the most armor. We're going to do the improved lay of hands on him right before we get rolling in. And that'll be our best bet for minimal damage on him. If you have a method of mitigating fear on yourself, so all warriors, Renner included, just be in Berserker stance and do what you can DPS wise. Just be ready to pop Berserker Rage, keep that off of cooldown so you can get out of it.
PvP trinket.
Yep, if you don't have a Tremor Totem, PvP trinket should help out. It can be dispelled. So if you can dispel, try to watch out for people that are near you that are running to a fire and try to get out of it. Mages, you can ice block out of the fear. I want you to be able to do that, but use it like if you're going to need it. So if you get fear, don't just pop it right off and burn the cooldown. If you run into a fire, that's when I want you to pop it.
Does the escape artist work for that as well?
No.
So there's going to be 3 fire trails essentially at any time that are going to kind of move towards people, target people a little bit random, run away from it, run away from the boss. We want to try and keep them mitigated to lines as much as possible. Don't go into it because it'll hurt a lot.
20-second dot or something like that.
Yeah, I believe it can be dispelled, but we want to avoid having to do that at all.
The dot, I don't think can be dispelled, but the fear can actually be dispelled. So if somebody, like if a priest gets tremor, they could probably do their AoE dispel, fast dispel.
I thought it was a 45-second dot, by the way.
Just don't get it.
Yeah, it ticks every 3 seconds, so it hurts.
Alright, so another thing is he's going to do air burst. He'll target somebody randomly. You're going to get knocked up into the air, and anybody near you is going to get knocked up in the air. Those of you that have tremors in your group, shamans in your groups, you're going to want to have the inclination to stack right on the tremor totem because it's going to save your life. You know, it might, but don't do that because you're going to get everybody killed and everybody blown up. So spread out in your groups a little bit. We're going to have the groups kind of spread around the boss. We're going to tank him basically where he's at. Lilith, you're going to face him away from the tree. And we'll have melee right on the butt. And we'll have group 1, since you got to be kind of near him for your tremor totem. You'll be around the front of him somewhere. He does not cleave, I do not believe. So you don't have to worry about that. Group 4 has another tremor. You're going to be on the far side of him as we're looking at him right now. So run all the way across. Group 5, you're going to be on the near side of him. Let's see. I have groups are arranged to prioritize tremor totems. Warriors, we have 10 people that we need to not have a tremor totem. Warriors are the best class to not have that. So I know it's not going to be the most ideal for group buffs, but we got to deal with it because I don't want y'all feared. Lilith, you cannot get feared. If you are running all over the place, it's going to be a bad day. That's your priority. So that's why. We're going to roll with it, and that's how it's going to be, at least for this time. I wish we had five shamans, but we don't, so we got to deal. Let's see. So like I said, group 4 will be on the far side, group 5 will be on the near side, group 2 is melee. So that's going to be right on the butt. Group 3, you don't have a tremor totem, so just try to stay away from, spread yourselves out a little bit, try to stay away from the fire as best you can. We'll talk about the tier a little bit, and why you need it on your bar. You're going to be using it. If you get targeted by airburst, it's going to knock you up in the air, and then you're going to fall down. You want to use it not too early, not too late. Things I've seen online says once you hit your apex, count to 3 and then use it. If you use it like right when you get bursted, you're still going to take fall damage. It only works for like a couple seconds, so it'll basically just stop your fall. If you use it too late, then you're gonna splat anyways. So if what I've seen online is right, then hit your apex, short count to 3, click it. It's better to use it a little bit too early than a little bit too late. It's also going to be a curse that goes out, and it deals like a literal fuck ton of damage over 5 minutes. So that needs to be just decursed immediately.
It's 375,000 damage over 5 minutes.
It's a little bit.
That's it?
That's it.
Is it over 5 minutes or at the end of 5 minutes?
Can we resist
No,
10% of that?
It's over 5 minutes, so as soon as someone gets the dot, they'll start taking damage. Or the curse.
Sweet.
I can help curse.
So yeah, so mages and furious, and I decurse as a resto druid. The healing's not hard as long as everybody stays out of the fire.
It's not a race on this one. It's a stay alive.
It's a
Stay
stay
alive. We get
alive.
loot tonight.
Because every time someone dies, he gets a special ability based on what class dies, and it's typically like raid-wide damage.
It's 4k damage, and then like either a dot or silence or mana burn or damage increase. I think it's like a 50% damage increase, like received.
Yeah, it's going to be one of 3 different things. So basically just try not to die. If people start dying, it could possibly lead to a cascade effect. If somebody dies, don't freak out about it. Just try to keep people alive. We can survive 1, as long as it's not in conjunction with like you get into the fire. The main thing that you need to do is don't die to fall damage. Do not use that tier at appropriate time. Blink out of it if you can. Do whatever you got to do. Don't die to fall damage.
If you
Stay out of the fire.
if you downloaded the weak aura to use the tier that says it's clickable, it might not be clickable, so put it on your action bar. I tried to click it one time and basically Blizzard UI blocked it.
Alright. Let's go and get buffed up. Food buffs, all that stuff. I think we covered everything, did we? Anything we missed?
Fear, Grip of the Legion is the curse. Decurse immediately. The Doomfire, which is the fire that moves. If you think you're targeted, don't like zigzag through the group. Run back and make sure it's you and try to keep it as straight as possible.
Just take turns. Fury. Who's main tanking?
Lilith is main tank.
Okay, so Carlota and Sunlow take turns.
The fire chases people and moves around. Do not think that if you're standing there at the fire and you get fear, the tremor is going to magically instantly just break you out and you won't get hit by the fire. Like, the tremor can take several seconds to activate. Be as far away from the fire as possible if you have a shaman with a tremor in your group. If you don't have a shaman, then be farther away from the fire.
I can't remember. Does it tell you which player the fire is targeting, or they just say figure it out?
No.
Okay, figure it out.
So if the fire is anywhere near you, get away from it.
It'll also snake back in on the raid too, so it doesn't just like path away from him. It can snake back in on itself and come back into the raid, so you have to watch behind you as well.
Yeah, only 3 can be active at a time. They'll go away after a little bit, and another one will spawn. So keep your wits about you. Keep head on a swivel. Top priority is staying alive here. So cancel your cast and move if it's near you.
For group 1, where am I dropping the totem? Just on the other side of the boss from Lil, but making sure he's in range?
Get it close to Lil. Behind him a little bit, but not right up on his butt, but as close as, well, maybe like 8 yards or so. What's the range on that thing?
The range on what?
Tremor?
It's 40 yards if you're well, all of us should be spec'd into it, so 40 yards.
Okay. Yeah, try to get like, I don't know, 10 yards-ish. Somewhat close, but not right up on him.
I marked the
That makes
shamans,
sense.
by the way.
Find your shaman.
So group 1 is behind the tank, for the most part.
Yeah. Alright, we got 1 shot of this tonight, so let's make it count. We might learn some things. We might...
Stay away from fire. That's it.
Yes.
Fire bad.
Yeah, if we can do that, we win.
Fire bad, don't die.
Double check right now. Make sure you got that Tears of the Goddess on your bar somewhere. Easy to get to.
I would highly recommend key binding it if you're not a key binder.
Yep, it's already reconnected my mouse.
Again, if you're a druid, make sure it's on the appropriate bar for what form you think you're going to be in. If it's one of the bars you typically use that changes when you shapeshift.
Okay, everybody's ready. We'll put a timer up for this one. Remember, Lilith is main tanking. Give him time to build threat. Don't go hard on it.
Healing gear on?
Say again?
Should Cornus put his healing gear on?
Yeah, go ahead. You can focus on cleansing people, getting people out of fears if you need to. If you have a moment and you can dispel or cleanse, try to look out for people that have fears on them and try to pop them out. Okay, ready to check for the pool.
He has one more ability we didn't talk about, but it's basically the wipe mechanic. If no one's in melee range, he basically kills everybody.
Oh yeah, just if that happens, then you know.
It's the wipe mechanic.
That shit. Go and get a fear ward on Lilith.
I hear if you're mounted, you won't get air bursted, so just mount up into position.
Yeah, everyone should mount on the pool.
Obviously, the healers and tank are gonna have to dismount a little bit early, so healers be ready.
And don't run past the tank.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
As you get close, like right before you're about to pull, then pop.
Five, four, three,
I'm putting a
two,
triangle on Lilith,
one.
just so.
Everybody stay a little bit farther back, unless you need to heal him. Here we go. Give him time.
Alright, group 4, follow star.
Heal him, move to get in positions. Fires are coming out.
First fires looks like
Need a
it's on.
decurse spore.
Okay, so you got a decurse.
Out of range.
We need to have the
Thank you.
spread out.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. Ball bag. Head over to the.
Stay out of that fire. Don't
Run away from the fire. Run out of the fire. Or we'll get blown up.
Down.
Goes down. Did Lilith get blown up by tears? By the airburst?
Yeah, I was running away from fire.
On Ren. That's unfortunate. Heals on Ren. Just wipe it up.
It's too far.
Hold up quick.
I need to get closer.
I'm gonna see if people want to try one more time.
Run into the portal on the right. Or this middle portal, not the horde. The middle portal in the center. Night Elf Village.
Alright, release as soon as you die. I'm gonna put up a ready check. See if we want to give it one more time on this or wait until tomorrow. So click ready if you want to give it one more go.
Wow, I'm the one person who said no.
She's like, fuck the man.
Yeah.
Down with the group.
Just are you good with staying or do you need to go?
I'm totally fine.
Okay. Alright, we'll give it one more try and that's gonna be it. I'm not gonna ask you again after that one. Let's get back in real quick, as quickly as possible, buff up as quickly as possible. We'll try that again.
Or is he gonna ask?
I say we vote on whether or not he can ask again.
That's fair. Should we have a meeting
That
about that
makes
vote,
sense.
though?
Yes, we need to organize the vote first.
Because I'm already confused. Do I click the no or the yes or the yes and the no?
The maybe.
Runner and raises a good point, though.
That's a fair point.
It does
yeah.
have to go to a council first, recommend it out to the committee to approve the vote.
I mean, that definitely sounds like a possibility.
Until you
Alright,
add
I'm
a
gonna make
second equation.
I'm gonna make a couple of slight changes to some of these groups to kind of spread the mages out a little bit better. So sorry if you get moved in and out of your bus that you want, but gotta do it.
It's about surviving. That's all that matters.
We just need to keep Furiosa off the council. I'm campaigning against her for District 5 council member.
District.
I have a clarifying question regarding the airburst
Wait,
thing.
I'm District 4.
No, you're District 2.
Two, District 2.
What's your question, Furious?
So the tier is for if you get airbursted, or the airburst is supposed to cleanse.
So the tier will slow your fall. If you get air burst, it targets you and anybody within 8 yards you get blown up into the air. So do like a count to 3 from your apex and then click the tier just before you're about to hit the ground, and it will slow your fall for 2 seconds and keep you from dying from fall damage.
Right, but the airburst is the curse that's getting.
No, the air burst is something else. The curse is called Grip of the Legion.
Okay, because I swear I had like airburst on me and I cleansed it off.
You can't cleanse the air burst.
Okay, I'm crazy.
Well, if you can, that would be
fucking
pretty
amazing.
awesome. But
You had something on you because you had a skull in your head.
I did. I know. That's what I'm saying. I
Maybe
thought
it was the curse.
airburst, but it
Could have
must
gotten
been
them
the
both.
curse.
Alright, so I moved a couple people around to kind of spread the mages out a little bit. Once again, from where we're looking at, Group 1 is going to be, well, except for melee in Group 1. You're going to be out kind of behind Lilith a little bit. Make sure you're out of the range of the airburst, so you need to be, what is it, 13 yards, I think? So like 15 yards at least away from him. Group 2 is mostly melee with the exception of Rudius. Group 3, I want Group 3 and to be kind of behind the melee. Group 4, go to the far side of him, away from us. Group 5, close to us as we're running in. And then Rudius, go hang out with Group 1. So Rudius will focus on Group 1 for decurses, and anybody else that you might be able to see from that side probably won't be able to reach the melee. Ballbag, I want you to focus on melee and Group 4. I'm sorry, Group 3, the group that you're in. Tulips, focus on Group 4, and Taxi, focus on Group 5. That should be a little bit better for us. Yeah, Group 3 is going to be behind the melee. If Beagles wants something different for healers, listen to what he says.
Our cursor does not find groups, so it's whoever pops up and then range of vote.
Yeah, it's fine, but it...
Healers spread out amongst those groups, so we should be fine. Again, we need the same healing assignments. Paladins on the tanks. With the druid, if people end up wandering through fire, we gotta rely on the priest to heal them. Same shit as always.
So buff up, then mount up real quick. Yeah, with the decurses, the putting you in groups and kind of giving you a focus is more to try and keep things a little bit more confined rather than just all over the place. So yes, if they're in range and you can decurse them, do it. But all 4 of y'all need to be on top of it, and Furiosa, if you have decursive, hopefully all of y'all have decursive. Anybody that's in range of that, make sure you're hitting that. I don't know if it pops you out of a form or not, Furiosa. I know it pops trees out.
it doesn't for boomkins. They can decurse a boomkin form.
Okay, so yeah, Furiosa, focus on that as well. Actually, let's do this.
Pally's check Crusader Aura.
No.
Getting my Crusader Aura up to go.
Alright, this is for ready to go. Got all your buffs, ready for the pull.
We don't need shadow protection for this guy, right? The curse, maybe?
Well, fear is shadow.
Fear.
It can be
Yeah,
resisted.
fear. So, shadow!
And the curse is shadow damage, which I'm not sure if the damage can be resisted.
I'm not
Maybe
sure if
the
it
curse
can either,
can?
but it needs to be decursed anyways. So
I don't think the curse can be resisted, but the damage may be resisted. But I mean, it's a ton of damage, so.
okay.
Paladin
Let's get some
on
mana
fire-
back.
Paladins run fire resist too.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go and get a Fear Ward on Lilith real quick. Go and get that improved lay on the hands if it's available.
Did we figure out how Lil died? I wasn't making it.
You got air bursted. Ah. Okay. Everyone's ready. Get your mana back. Whoever
I'm
giggles.
drinking. I'm drinking.
Let me know as soon as you're ready.
Some noob air bursted him away from the healers.
Oops.
He air bursted himself.
Lay on hands out.
Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting for mana.
Yeah, oh, I was just responding to Ren's big LOH question.
Alright, you look good. Let me know when you're mounted.
Giggles, you have too much mana.
Yeah, go ahead. No, it's great.
Alright, start moving. Go, 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 Lil.
Yeah, don't be in front of a triangle. Unless you want to die.
Alright, just remember to stay away from Lilith. Want to get some threat, get a position. Put your stuff down and get on out of there. Fires up by melee. Another fire up.
When do you want to hear out?
Go and do it now. Fear's incoming shortly. Keep an eye out for it. Make sure you keep an eye out for the fires as well. War is down, be ready for a soul charge at any time.
Do you want to be res?
Alright, there's a soul charge out. Let's make this the dot one good. Make sure we're all set from that, and then we can be resing.
Suffer, Kirk.
Yeah, they got me, thank you.
All bags down.
What is killing people?
I got hit with a Doomfire, but there was no actual mark on the ground.
Sure, so watch. It's a little bit bigger than it looks.
As soon as that soul charge is out, get some people topped off. We're starting to get a cascading effect here. Yeah, it's too many people. So there's the cascade that happens. Just kind of have to get a feel for it. Yep. Make sure we're staying away from the fires. Get used to the soul, the air bursts. Make sure we're decursing.
About to get to that effect, I think.
Hey, 50%. Or 60%, whatever. It's better.
No, we'll come back in tomorrow.
So while we're here, a question for melee and tanks.
Yeah.
At that end there, right before the cascade, we had fire all around sort of to our sides for melee, and we'd already used our trinkets for PvP, and then he feared and ran me, right through the long side of the fire. So, melee can just run out and be away, but should we kite to make room for melee so that if they get feared, they won't run through the fire, or just melee stay the hell out most of the time?
I would say no. If you feel like you need to run away to get out of the fire, just do that.
All right.
Would be my preference.
On that 30-second video, it did show like people that had the trails running super far. Whoever that trail is set up.
So with when you are using the your long cooldown things, like I said, kind of like with the ice blocks, only use it if you feel you have to. Like if you're running on a fear in like a good kind of area, there's no fire nearby you, just let the fear run its course. If it looks like you're heading towards fire, that's when you want to use it. But if you use it, you just got to use it at the most appropriate time, if that makes sense. I do appreciate y'all having some patience with us. We kind of got fairly late notice that Hulk wasn't going to be here this week, so.
Hey man, I didn't even recognize there was a problem. You did a great job. I think everybody did a great job. This is awesome.
I wasn't prepared to raid lead tonight.
It was awesome.
So,
Where the hell is this stupid guy to turn the ring quest into?
He walks around a circle in the center. So
Vote for Stabby District 2. He knows where the ring circle guy is.
Found him! Found him!
I think they walk counterclockwise. So if you walk, go clockwise.
I ran like the opposite direction. Fine.
all right. So for tomorrow, gotta kind of think about it. We got the option to come back in here and work on Archie a little bit more, or just go straight to Black Temple. I might put something out in Discord. I'm gonna think about it a little bit. We'll have some talks and see what the best option is.
Go turn
And I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Yes, please do that tonight or early tomorrow. Get it done well before raid. You're gonna have some RP stuff to do, so do that. That is your most important thing.
If anybody wants to group up right now, I'll be doing it.
Yeah, Zephyr will go.
Yeah, I need to go too.
I don't know what
We're
we're
doing
doing.
a raid, or
but
does it have to be a 5-man?
I don't know. I think you can probably do it in a raid, or you can just have someone start it. You don't really even have to be group for it. Just go. So go turn it into the dude in SMV, and then go back to Shat, talk to a doll, then go to Ziri or whatever his name is. Take the quest. Take the option that basically says I'm ready to do whatever.
Yeah, I'm coming to
and
Kara.
Wait, which one? Where do you go first?
You go to SMV to turn in the quest, the phylactery, and then he sends you to a doll who sends you back to SMV to Ziri.
Okay. Do we have a mage here?
Yeah, Molbeck's throwing one up.
Ah.
Take
Went
the
to
quest.
Chat or somewhere else? Fall back. Where?
Chat.
So, that being said,
Blade.
make sure to refresh yourself up on some of the Black Temple stuff. Ren posted a couple links. One of them's for a Black Temple guide, and that's kind of what I've been running off of. So take a look through that.
Job hacks.
Yeah, good job. Does anybody else get multiple rings? Is that like a bug?
That was weird.
I
It's
did
a-
too.
It's a bug.
Don't mess with it. I've heard people have gotten like suspensions for trying.
So what you can do is, because the high upgrade items are a different name, you can actually upgrade one and keep the lower one and wear both, and that's the thing that might get you in trouble.
Which is dumb. It's not our fault they don't take.
I have two of the exact same.
Yeah, mine upgrades.
Yeah,
Mine
but
gave me
they're
like 2 duplicates.
they're unique equips, so you can only wear one. It's the exalted one that has a different name, and that's the one you can wear.
Right. But you can like put one in your bank and bring the other one here, or something like that. There's
Oh, I think I did put one in my bank.
Well, there you go.
Oh yeah, it is different. Oh shit, what do I do with it? Get rid of it? Just trash it? That's okay, right? Can I trash it?
So
I've
I
kept them all so far.
got 4 epic gems and a living ruby that I'm putting in the guild bank.
So, great news tonight. On top of the gear, we got 11 Hearts of Darkness and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10 purple gems.
Very nice.
Oh, who won the hands? I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh, do we even do that?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Carlotta and Dram. The two of them.
Congrats. Nice, guys.
I completely missed that.
Yeah, I
You
wasn't
guys,
paying
you
attention.
guys were
Welcome
talking,
back
so
to
I
raid
didn't say
leaving.
anything over Discord, but it was announced in raid
Awesome.
morning.
I was just curious what they go for. Oh yeah, 225. Nice. Very cool. Ah, such sick stuff.
Sephiroth, do you have 40 spell power to